How we doing, boys and girls? Good evening, good evening. What's up, Emmett? How you doing, buddy? Boone. Had to get my clickbait in there, you know? Thanks. Litecoin doing really well lately? Hell yeah, it is. Question is it over? Aslan, what's up, buddy? Question is it over? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Let me just put this over here. Oh, so, hold on. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Just hold on. I gotta get this. Okay. Got all the crap out of the way now. So I was gonna stream some PS5 stuff, but get it to quite work. Katani's helping me out. Thing pulled up here. Oh shit. You know what? I forgot one thing in the other room. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Had to get my notes, which you can't see. Tell my notes. Don't know how you put up with me. Okay, what was I gonna do? Oh, a tweeter. There were a lot of people in the last stream. Yeah, bro, we peaked out at 36. I've never had 36 ever. I hadn't even done, like, I think 26 was the stream before. And then 24 and then 22, like it's been pretty cool to see it progressively go up. 37, there you go. I mean, they can't all be like that, right? So it's not like I'm getting my hopes up, but I don't mind it. Hell, that's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. All right, so I gave my wife, I set her up with Discord. She's actually gotten mad at me that she has texted me, and but I don't look at my phone during the stream. So I was like, look, use Discord. Is there a way to make that like a new tab in Chrome? Which, by the way, I could see a little black. My green screen is kind of failing me. Hold on. That little black triangle is the green screen failing. or rather me. Yo, look at me, pro streamer. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry, just got here. Didn't hear what you said about Litecoin. Can you give me the rundown? Yeah, I can, dude. I'm just setting up, so just give me 1 second. I come straight in from like family time and work and all kinds of shit, so I haven't had time to actually like start the stream. So let me just tweet out stream is starting, and then the very first thing we'll do is we'll look at Litecoin. Have to tag it. So just type in Bitcoin. I think that's so cool how Twitter has that little Bitcoin B. Done. Gunner, yeah, I got some advice for you. Absolutely. Give me 1 second. So stream is live. Okay, so we're good there. Oop. Out of that. Okay. Hi, chat. I'm Crypto Jack. I just hit play. Literally 7 minutes ago. So we are just kicking this off. Stream 3 times a week, sorry. So this is one of the 3 streams. Welcome. Welcome. Let me address, because Dant Arctica was the first one to ask a question. We're gonna hit him up, and then Gunner, you're very next, okay? Dant, sorry, just got here. Didn't hear what you had to say about Litecoin. Can you give me the rundown? Here's the rundown, brother. I'm gonna make this real simple. I'm gonna get rid of the visual noise. All right, we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna look at a chart where price consolidated within a little pennant. I don't know why that got messed up. And then broke out. This was from 2015 to 2017. And the breakout actually coincided with Bitcoin starting its bull run. Okay, like objectively starting its bull run. So that is history. So we are now projecting forward using history. So since then, we've been keeping an eye on this. Boom, 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 boom. And a strong breakout just occurred. So this tells me 2 things. One, that is a massive breakout for a 3.5-year trend. So I suspect this thing's going to go for a while. Like, not just 20 minutes or an hour or a day or something like that. Like this is the real deal. Anytime you have a breakout like that, 3 sequential 3-day candles, so 9 days broken out of a multi-year downtrend, the only thing you can figure is like buckle up. Like that's the takeaway. That also would suggest, based on the previous timing, that Bitcoin's about to attack its prior all-time high and hopefully beat it. So because well, I actually have this thing pulled up. Here we go. Right here. Okay, so this is Bitcoin on the top, and I'll just make my point real quick. Here's Bitcoin on the top. This white line, I can drag it out. This white line is the prior all-time high. Do you see? So this is the Bitcoin all-time high line during this cycle. And then as price was slapping around on its prior all-time high, see these interactions with the white line. During that time, Litecoin was breaking out of its little pennant. It's about a 1.5 to 2 year pennant. Okay, so watch as I drag the mouse kind of over this Litecoin breakout, you can see there's a vertical line that moves along the top here too, right? So like as I move that, you can see, boom, there, it broke out. It broke out like hard right here. And it went on a 100x run. This is Litecoin now. Litecoin from the breakout to the top was over a 100x. In some cases, it was like 120x, depending on what exchange you look at. So now we've broken out, and from the breakout, you could argue we're about 45%, which is awesome. Like, you know, anytime you make 45%, that's great. But the bigger picture is, what if we're doing this? You know, what if we're making another 100x? Or maybe it's, you know, these things tend to change. It's 100 the first time, and then like 40, and then 20. So maybe it's not a 100x this time, but maybe it's a 10x, right? Maybe it's a 30x. We don't know yet, but we are going to keep an eye on Bitcoin, because I believe not a lot is going to happen unless Bitcoin continues its run. So that's the big $1 million question: is Bitcoin over and done with? Okay, now to you, Gunner. I'm new to the crypto world. Do you have any advice? Yeah, I do. Stick to the big items, at least until you get your feet wet. You kind of learn what's what. Stick to the Bitcoin. Actually, you know what? You can go to crypto market cap. Sorry, coin market cap, my bad. And you can see the top trending pairs here. Bitcoin is like a pretty good one to bet on or with or whatever. Sorry about the... There we go. Ethereum is also good, has a lot going on for it. XRP, if you can trade charts, it's not bad. Otherwise, I don't believe in it. Don't get suckered into it. Litecoin, Chainlink, also good. Bcash, bad. So basically, 5 or 6 of the top 7 are good to start with. I would just stick to those. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Chainlink. Stick to those 4, at least to start with, and you'll probably be fine. As for like macro, hey, what's going on? What can I expect? Here's the deal. Let me zoom way out. Let me just give you a rundown. Super simple. Okay, I'm gonna keep this real, like, beginner level 101. I think it's on. But yeah, okay. So Bitcoin has been on a decade-long bull run, where it started down in the pennies. It even starts before this chart, because 2008 is when it started, but this chart didn't start till 2010. Okay, so the price was about like 4 cents or even less, and then since then it's gone on this massive bull run. Now, what you'll notice is a lot of these runs really start, or they really kind of kick off the next leg right after this orange line, which is the halving. So Bitcoin always has the what's called the halving. It's programmed in. It's built into the programming of Bitcoin. So you can't change it. You can't say no to it. You can't ignore it. It is what it is. So knowing that the previous 2 times we've gone on massive runs immediately following a halving, this past May of 2020 was our 3rd halving event. And look what has started to happen. So if you extrapolate, I mean, I think it's from there to there was about a 100x. From there to there was a 100x. That was when it went from $200 to 20,000. And here we've had lows of 33,100, something like that. So the question is it going to pull another 100x or more or less? Like, who knows? But that's the expectation, is that we're kicking off another massive bull run. These white lines obviously are the prior all-time highs getting broken. And so this is what I'm keeping an eye on. We are not but 10% away or so from the prior all-time high. Pretty wild. So pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. So my advice. Oh, the other thing I needed to add. I apologize. The advice is Bitcoin is going on a run, so look to position yourself, in my opinion. But then also at the same time, understand that the weekly 20 moving average, which is something we'll watch 3 times a week, we'll always check in on it. The 20 moving average tends to be the floor during these bull runs. And there's lots of little touches on it until we reach our macro top. So here we topped out, and then that 20 kind of gave way. And in fact, it was resistance multiple times until we started our next bull run after $200. And you can see when we went from 200 to 20,000, the 20 weekly moving average again acts as support all the way up. Lots of touches. Okay, and the reason I bring that up, and you're probably like, dude, I'm brand new, why are you throwing EMAs at me? And it's intentional. An EMA is just a moving average, but what I'm trying to say is today's moving average is down at 12,500. Okay, and price, the WAP line, exactly, Tex. So price is all the way up at 18,000. Yeah, and that's awesome, and I hope it stays up there. But know in your head and prepare your mind for the fact that at some point we will come down and we will retest that line. It's just to bet against a trend like this after seeing it so many times in the last cycle. It's crazy to think it won't happen. It may not, right? Because anything can happen, but it's not a good bet, especially after look at all these interactions we've had. We had about 6 weeks of just grinding it before this most recent pop. So me personally, what I'm expecting is some kind of interaction with the prior all-time high before we come back and we test this moving average. Maybe at that time it's 13,000. I don't know. I mean, again, we'll watch it stream after stream, and we'll keep updated with where it actually is. But even last cycle, we pumped really hard, really fast in 3 weeks, and we touched the prior all-time high, and then we fell all the way back to that weekly moving average. In that particular move, that was a sell-off. We looked at it last stream. There was a single 4-hour candle, which means just in a period of 4 hours, it fell 23% or something like that. But then it went on to pull back 36%. So essentially imagine buying in at 20,000 and then it falling to 14,000, because that's essentially what happened. My camera. Okay, Antarctica, okay, because I bought Litecoin at 67, didn't know if I should sell because I panic sell all the time, and Litecoin just dropped like $2, but I held off on the panic sell. Bro, yeah, that's totally normal. That's totally normal to be worried about this stuff. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like, this is 2020, brother. Anything could happen, right? I mean, I have all the best evidence behind me to support like what I think is gonna happen, and then it could go, you know, nuclear war is announced tomorrow and like everything, who knows, right? So you got to do what's best for you, especially if it's like real money that's life-changing or whatever. Be cautious with it. This is crypto, for God's sake. It can go down in an instant. But if it's going to do what it's done before, we had consolidation and then a 100x return from the breakout. And here we've had consolidation and breakout. Also, this breakout coincided with Bitcoin attacking its prior all-time high. Here we have this breakout. And again, like I was saying, we're within striking distance of our prior all-time high. So to me, the stories kind of line up. That's all I'm trying to say. Thanks, appreciate it. You're welcome, Gunner. You bet, buddy. So chat's talking about the WAP line, or Tex Army said WAP, because I'm calling this the Nicki Minaj, you know, the juicy spot. This is your WAP line right here. Right here. Oh, thanks for the follow, Dantarctica. Appreciate you, bud. Especially being the brand new guy. You know, you can probably already see I have less than 200 followers. This is a new gig for me. We'll see what we can build a community here. So here's our WAP line, and we will be watching this WAP line like a hawk, like some degenerates at a strip club. We got our eyes on the prize, and every time it comes down to touch, this is my personal plan, okay? And everyone can do whatever they want. My plan from here on out, now that we have firmly told the world we are starting our bull run, and I imagine we're about like right in here compared to last cycle. Every time we come back and touch, my plan will be to margin long those particular touches. So we'll see how that plays out. It could blow up horribly and I lose everything. I don't know. But I have my cold storage stack, which is the majority of my funds. And then I'll have a small trade stack. And again, if you're brand new into crypto, let me please hear me when I say this. I need to make this point real quick. Imagine this is your pie, your portfolio pie of all your money. Hold on, that and that. Okay. And let's say you're trying to figure out how to divvy stuff up. If you were to ask me like, hey, Jack, what's a good way to divvy up like Bitcoin, alts, trading, like margin trade, stuff like that? Like, how should I, if this is my money, if this pie is my money, how should I divvy that up? This is what I would tell you, hands down. The biggest slice is in Bitcoin. A smaller slice is in some kind of alt like Ethereum, Link, Litecoin. Make that one there. Okay. And then, you know, maybe some smaller part for like trades, like margin trading, whatever. Maybe money you have set aside to buy the dip, that kind of thing. But I'm telling you, once we kick off these bull runs, this was the last one where we pulled a 15x from the prior all-time high over a period of 35 weeks. Okay, so it goes hard and fast. And if you're like kind of pussyfooting around and wondering, oh, when should I buy? I don't think I'm going to buy. Or maybe I'll buy Bitcoin when I feel a little better about it. It seems like a safer investment, whatever. You're going to miss a lot of the run. And that's just how it is. Because a lot of the people who are trading or who are buying Bitcoin for this next upcoming bull run, people like me, and a lot of the guys in chat and stuff, they've been buying down in here or in this. Like they're already in and they're ready. So there's not going to be, in my opinion, there's not going to be many more big sell-off time to buy opportunities. But as I was saying before, I firmly believe we will come back and continually touch this 20-week moving average. And that will go up about $500 to $1,000 or so every week. So it'll continue to climb. But at some point, we will come down and touch it, wherever it is at that point. Right, good questions straight out the gate, guys. I like that. Egg Proxy, I packed my moon bags, Chief. I love it. Hell yeah. You should have. You should have. Like, when people call me to ask, hey, is now a good time to buy? I have to be the guy to be like, no, it is not. This is not the good time to buy. I wish it was, but here we are. If we're going to come down and touch this 20-week moving average, we're 50% above it right now. And that's just irresponsible for me to tell you to like, yeah, buy in right now. And then suddenly it falls 50, you know, it falls that gap. And then I look like the asshole, you know, so I just trying to help people out. I will typically tell you, no, it is not a good time because you should have already been in. Your buy time was down here, 9,000, 10,000, whatever this little meme. This was when we bought, you know, assuming you didn't buy earlier. This was your last buy signal. And then you will have another though, because markets go, they ebb and they flow. They do highs, lows, oops, lows, highs, lows, right? So right now we're going to form our high, and I imagine it has something to do with the prior all-time high, and then we'll come back and we'll test our lows. And I suspect, again, no crystal balls, I don't know shit, don't sue me, but I suspect it'll have something to do with this 20-week, and that'll be our buy signal. Well, you are an a-hole. Yeah, that's true. 4,300. Oh, is that when you bought in? Pixel Bob, Antalga. Brag about it over here. You guys need a loan, hit up Pantauga. He's the sub donator #1 guy. You can see him up in the chat. The top donation dude. I'm a pro streamer. Can you tell? I'm like tripping on my words. I don't even know what to call it. Okay, so guys, if you're just tuning in, if you're not familiar with me, the way I like to do my streams is we will just bullshit and answer questions and check charts. But I also have my prepared notes, which you can't really see because it's on a lime green, and I have a green screen behind me that you can't see. So it's the same color as the green screen. But hold on, let me adjust the color. I have notes, and we're gonna kind of work through these occasionally. And I'm gonna, every time you come here, this is like a college class. That's how I view it. You're here to learn, and I'm going to improve you whether you want it or not. All right. Coin collector, my first Bitcoin buy was 922. Ooh. Damn. Damn. He has like all the chicken restaurants in the state. Yeah, that's Pantauga runs all. He has a what do you call it? Monopoly on all the chicken franchises. Coin collector, I'm still buying at these levels. I am not buying right now. My buys are turned off until we either macro consolidate. This is just my plan. You know, everyone can do whatever. Macro consolidate above the prior all-time high, or come back and retouch this. These are my two buy signals. It's just me personally. Coin collector, chat. If you're new, you're gonna realize real quick that I'm not trying to pretend for anybody. I'm not trying to bullshit you. I'm gonna tell you a real story right now. It's gonna make me look like an idiot, but hopefully you realize that by admitting this kind of stuff, you can trust me on the good stuff too. Okay. Here's my story. I traded CS:GO items in a lot of them, and I was one of the top guys back in 2015 to 2016, and did a lot of deals that were 5 figures, mid 5 figures. And that was what I did. That's how I made money. That's how I generated side money, like fun money, whatever. And during that time, I did a deal where I sold a souvenir dragon lore, if anybody knows what that is. It was like the #1 souvenir dragon lore. Been unboxed. I bought it from the guy who unboxed it, and I sold it to someone for $36,000. Okay. Which was at the time, because Bitcoin was, where are we? It was like right in there. Bitcoin was about 600 bucks, 650. All right. So I got about 64 Bitcoin right in here. Okay. So if you're doing the math and you see like, oh damn, Jack, what is that today? No, pump your brakes, brother. Pump your brakes, because this dumbass who you're watching right now sold every one of them right in there, because I woke up and they sold, or they raised in price to about 800 bucks, 850, something like that. And again, at the time, I didn't know Bitcoin. I didn't understand it. I didn't know what I was doing. To me, it was just a way to get a deal done. It was a medium of exchange, full stop. I didn't understand all the other, you know, benefits of it that I do now. So of course I'm like looking back, slapping myself as a younger person. And I sold them all, and I sold all but 10. And I told myself, okay, well, I'm going to keep 10 in case things go like really crazy. Well, then I had an opportunity to buy a business, and I sold the other 10 right there to buy that business, to add to my funds to buy business. So I fully cashed out right in here, okay? So I have since, as I watched my face get melted, and I did the calculations on how I missed out on $1 million. Paper losses, $1 million. I'll tell you with a straight face. That's what, at 20K, that's what I was looking at. And I completely missed that. And because of that, I've studied the shit out of this and come up with my game plan and everything. And that's why I was a buyer in here, and I was a buyer in there, thinking that was actually the next bottom. And then I held through that, and I bought some in here. So I've averaged in pretty good. And this time around, you guys are going to watch. I bet I hit 7 figures and then some from this particular run, because this time I know what I'm doing. Not only that, I'm going to help you guys do it too. Okay. That's why I'm here, because who cares if I just quietly do this in my basement? I don't care. I got a lot of friends who are in the crypto game. And if I can be here and kind of help you guys navigate what's what and cut out the bullshit, we're going to do it. We're going to try our best to do that. What's interesting is, the more I've studied this, the more I realize that, let's say everyone in chat hits $1 million, like each. What sucks is by part of understanding this entire ecosystem is understanding that $1 million because of inflation, because of the consumer price index, because of the Dixie and how the US dollar is compared to a basket of foreign currencies, that $1 million by the time we actually get it in a year or however, a year and a half, however long it takes, will be significantly less valuable than it was 10 years ago. Like maybe when we were all kids thinking, oh, $1 million. That's the game. That's the game. And once you realize that, you're going to be like, oh shit. And some people will say, I only hit $1 million. And, you know, maybe reasonably so. Because when they see charts like the M2, which again, this, you know, we're higher level thinking here. This is the chart of, sorry about the blue line. That's the EMA. We don't need that. This is a chart of US dollars entering circulation over time. And you can see it's very linear up until a single point. And this point is COVID-19 as a result of the stimulus. Now this is US dollars. So this is the US stimulus that brought about a 20% increase, 24% increase, whatever it is, to the total dollars outstanding. And they're talking about a second round, a second stimulus wave. So we're talking about 40% more dollars in circulation. You want to talk about projecting inflation coming up? This shit's about to get real. This is why I say the kind of the nausea that sets in is that, oh shit, $1 million, $1 million bucks, like if that's your goal, $1 million when there's this many, there's 50% more dollars in circulation is very different than say $1 million bucks back in here. This is my point. So it gets to a point where, well, if there's infinite dollars and not infinite Bitcoin, because there's only 21 million that will ever be made, and those dollars can forever pump into Bitcoin to make the price rise infinitely. And if it actually has a use case, and if the supply gets cut every 4 years, shit, maybe $1 million's not actually the goal. Maybe the goal is actually to just make more Bitcoin. Okay? So that is about a 4-year, like that takes years to get your head around, okay? And I just threw it at you. Like real quick. There's a 30-minute intro and I just threw it at you. But hopefully, if you spend enough time with me and we talk through all this stuff, you can get it. You can tell your friends. You can like, and I promise you, it's not bullshit. I mean, it will check out. I guarantee it. And then you kind of help stuff. All right, egg proxy. No more Lambo. Got to pay rent. Feels bad. Yeah. I mean, you've seen like the Venezuelan guys in several countries where hyperinflation kicks in, and they have a like a wheelbarrow. And they're running the wheelbarrow around, and it's full of like fiat dollar, like whatever their local currency is, but it's just dollars. Yeah, it's wild. Lead us to the promised land. Text Bitcoin Moses. I like that. I would take that. Take that moniker. Dan, my goal is a Tesla, so maybe Mr. Musk will take crypto instead of USD. I bet he does. I bet within a year, major banks, and I mean like between now and June, I bet major banks and most major manufacturers will accept it. And then this is kind of the cycle of things I've noticed. They tend to accept it during this period. And then as we near the top or at the top, like suddenly they stop taking it. Like in here, like it's almost like, oh, you guys are playing the game like we are. Ah, okay, I see. Coin collector, I promise I don't want to get political, but there's a good chance Trump can prove massive fraud. How do you think Bitcoin will react if his lawyers can prove? I'll tell you what I think about that. And I don't like to get political because I know guys, they come to Twitch and me and other guys really to escape the bullshit in the day, and I respect that. So as far, I will keep this very like linear and focused on trading specifically. Trading specifically, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I don't think Trump or Biden or whoever is going to affect it really. Like if you played it out like 10 years into the future and then went back in time and like altered events, like say Trump won, you know, because he did prove or whatever. And then you went back in time and you're like, no, Biden wins. And somehow you can make that happen. And then you watch him for 10 years and you compare the events. I don't think you'll change anything because a lot of what the charts are setting up are telling us 3 things because the charts don't lie. 3 things are being told. 1, Bitcoin is like in a forever uptrend because there's infinite dollars that are flowing into this. So that's number 1 of 3. Number 2, COVID is rampaging through all the states and ravaging tons of businesses. And I'm not, this is again, not political. Like, I work with a lot of businesses, big on Wall Street and small businesses like mom and pops. And a lot of them are like, if this hits, if we have to stomach another closure like we did 4 weeks or whatever, we either need more stimulus or we're going bankrupt. And that's just what it is. And so the economy is uncertain, which leads me to point number 3, which is what was mentioned in point 2. I think we're going to have a stimulus. We're going to have a second round of stimulus, no matter who wins. They're going to come in like, what's his name, riding on the horse in the Two Towers. He's going to ride in at sunrise, Gandalf the White, and he's going to be the guy to be like, I'm here with a check for everybody. Everyone gets money. But what that's going to do is pump. If you haven't picked up on this yet, the more dollars being pumped, like through the stimulus money equals stocks go up. Stock go up equals risk taking equals Bitcoin goes up also. The Bitcoin will continue its bull run regardless, but stimulus makes it go up faster. This is what I believe, and we're waiting to be proven wrong on that. Now, literally everything dumped when COVID first showed up, and then this is like a global event, right? So here's Bitcoin dumping, here's gold dumped as well, like a massive sell-off. Hell, even Amazon, which we were looking at earlier. All my shit's out of order now. I don't think. Look at Amazon real quick. Amazon, like, just to make my point here. Here we go, 2020. So literally everything's sold off. But after that, like, so mentally you have to kind of separate yourself from that one moment in time. And after that, I think we're back to basics. Plus, we're on the other side of halving, which traditionally is like number go up period. So yeah, that's my political take. About all you'll get out of me on that. Text Army, my goal for this cycle is to get a little spending money and to prep for the lows going into next cycle. I like that. That's actually a really good goal. If you don't have a huge amount to put in to ride this up, that's absolutely a good way to look at it. Like, you're building your stack so that come the lows next cycle, you're going to go hard at the right time. That would be a good emote. What would be a good emote, text? Because I didn't see it like right when you wrote that. Good economy short term, bad economy long term. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Speaking of COVID, a fourth of my coworkers are out on possible COVID cases yesterday. Oh shit, Aslan. Oh no, brother. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it doesn't get you. Hope it doesn't get you. I'll tell you what though. I know a bunch of my coworkers had it. One guy it hit. Let me back up. I knew 6 coworkers that got it. 2 of them got that real early case that was like in February or going into March, and that put them on their ass. Like, they were in the hospital, and then they were fine. They got over it. Everyone else, and I know about a dozen more after that period of time, they went home with the sniffles, and they were scared, right? Because everyone's scared, but they literally nothing. 2 people lost taste, but of the dozen, but the other dozen, like the other 10 of the 12 they were fine. There's no big deal. No big deal. So I hang in there, but I mean, odds are in your favor. I think at this point, the version of the virus that's going around is is not, because like what happens with viruses is there's different strains of it, and the strains that hit you hard and put you in the hospital, they don't spread very easily because you're immediately in the hospital and isolated and whatever. But the strains that are like, they kind of get you sick, but they don't really put you on your ass. It's like evolution, right? It's the same kind of idea. Like, they're out there propagating and spreading and spreading and spreading. So at this point, almost a year into it, more than likely you'll get one of like that particular strain where you are sick, you are positive for COVID, but you're not like on a ventilator. So that's just my 2 cents. I have 2 family that had it, and 1 exposed, 1 friend exposed in the last 3 weeks. That sucks. How long before a mortgage deferment runs out? Yeah, good question. And in my opinion, I tweeted about this a little bit. Let's look at the 1 hour. Right in here. So this is about 4 o'clock today, roughly. the Fed, the US Fed, said they are going to end, not extend, they will completely end their Main Street lending program, which was how a lot of businesses were surviving right now. So if you've heard of the PPP loans, which is where people got the government assistance to pay their payroll, it was all based on payroll. Main Street lending was another similar program that was like free money to survive, and they canceled it. So the question is that going to spook people? Because now you're saying no new stimulus, and when you say no new stimulus, that kind of tends to none of like that particular type of stimulus. There will be another round of stimulus, like unemployment checks and defer your government loans, and this, I promise you there will be another one of those. There's too many people hurt right now. The economy is not back. I have my finger on that pulse all day from like my day job. Tex Army, the Bitcoin most, yeah, that would be actually kind of cool. Like holding a tablet, you know, like the Mount Sinai tablet with this like shepherd staff, and have like just like the Bitcoin on it. That'd be actually kind of. If you pull up the Bitcoin 1 hour chart, I drew a flag breakout tomorrow. Bull bias for me. So my game theory. So that's funny because I literally just pulled up Bitcoin 1 hour chart. Did you draw this or something different? Never mind. You have it pulled up now. Yeah. So my bias, here's my particular bias. I think we're going to slam headlong into this and then nuke. Because we're 50% up from the lows. I'm sorry, like 90% up by the time we get up there. Right now, we're about 80% up from the lows. And if we, Bitcoin Collector, I don't know if you were here last time or not, oops. But let me show you what happened last cycle, because I think it's really fascinating. And I found a TradingView chart mechanism, which is really cool. All right, so that is the touch, the prior all-time high. Take my word for it. So let's see what happens here. We can click this. If you guys have TradingView, you should have access to this. There's a replay button, and you can click anywhere on the chart. So I'm going to choose to go right there, and then I'm going to hit play. Slow it down just a little bit. All right, so every bar is 4 hours. Okay, and watch what happens as we attack the all-time high. And just imagine this is you. Okay, hold on, let me back it up because I want to make this point. Imagine this is us trading where it started at 750 or so. We're up here, everyone's 30% up, or I guess 50% up at that time. Everyone's super excited. We're headed for the all-time high. Everyone's super bullish, which I suspect we're gonna start seeing those kind of signs. I don't know, but I suspect. And then watch what happens on the 4 hour candles as soon as we touch the prior all-time high. We slap it, we have a little pullback, and then a 20% sell-off in a single candle. Okay? So this particular candle was about 20%. Wiping out entire, like, I guess at that time it was a week or so of straight uptrend. And so if we bring that current, it looks like something awful similar is being teed up. And just like I like to look at where the WAP line is, the weekly 20, that would be a perfect time to come back and retest that, by the time it gets there. When, let's say it's next week or the week after, that would be about 13 to 14K, somewhere in here. So that's my game. That's just that's strictly based off game theory. Based off the chart, I think we're in a channel. This is a pretty weak ass channel, if I had to say, because we have these two touches, but we have this bit of like multiple touches that you can extend out. There's a tool here called a parallel channel, and you can run that up and then drag it over. And I think it's relatively clean. So you can get something similar. I hand drawn it because I think we keep doing these different patterns. I do have bull bias as well until we touch the prior all-time high, and then it's all bets are off. That's my opinion. All right, Tex, I have something very similar on my chart. My guess is it will punch through about 1,000 to 1.5 to debate and FOMO and then nuke down. Exactly. That's 100% what I'm expecting. Who knows, right? But that's just game theory. If you had more money than God, like how would you play this and set the chess pieces up? I was there watching the whole thing play out. Then again on New Year's for all the alts was max spooky. Yeah, I believe it. Love it. Devil's advocate here is the institutions are holding some Bitcoin versus all retail on your time frame. Yeah. What is the, hold on, I have a particular website I always like to reference, and I can never remember the name, but I have it on my phone. Bitcoin treasuries. You want to talk about institutions? So this shows public and private, and I'll put this in the chat in case you guys ever wanted to check this out. But these are the different companies and how much they hold. Like MicroStrategy went in hard as hell at about the it was like the $12,000 range, and you know, so you can see how much they're up, like their gains, which is wild. Grayscale is the 10-ton gorilla though, with 10 billion. They have 2.5% of all Bitcoin. That blows my mind. That blows my mind out. You are knowledgeable. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, you bet, dude. Bet. I appreciate you being here, hanging out with chat. Being part of the group. Anything I do, you know, helps you out, just help me grow. You know, maybe you can, gifting a sub is always fun. It's literally $2 to me, so it's not like I'm not over here begging for money, believe me. But it's just like a fun community thing. But more importantly, if you just kind of help spread the word that I'm here and I'm here to answer questions, that kind of stuff, tell your friends, whatever, that's actually more important than any kind of subs or that. I'd rather grow the community because the way I look at this, like I'm a shepherd, okay? Especially as we kick off, I'm telling you, because I've been through this since for years. And anybody who's been around will tell you this. As soon as we start a real bull run, and I mean like about this period, right? So once we're like over 20,000, the bullshit snake salesman will come out of the woodwork. And everyone's going to try to sell you like they know what's right and follow me and Ripple is, you know, the next big thing and bullshit, whatever. So if I can get at least like a community that I can protect and be like, no, that's bullshit. Don't do that thing. Don't sell all your Bitcoin for Ripple. These are bad ideas. That would make, I would feel complete. Like I would feel like I'm doing my part to protect people. So especially if you got a newbie friend, send them my way. Send them my way. It's not like I got a pay group here. I'm not trying to scam them. Whatever. Which there are good pay groups out there, but I'm just saying. Look for the guys like me who are not trying to be like, well, if you give me $1 million, then you can get into my signals group. I'm gonna place a limit sell at prior all-time high. I did that actually. So I will only trade, even with the most like sure signals. My particular trade strategy is I will only trade with 30% of my stack, of even my cold storage, everything. So I have 10% of my total, so about a third of my tradable stack. Limits with limit sells ranging from like 19.5 to 19.7. I want to kind of front run it just a little bit, and then the rest I'll keep an eye on. But yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea, especially if you're on any of these exchanges. Like a lot of people on Coinbase, and they go down all the time. Now the bots can still trade and interact with things that have buy and sell orders already available, but you will not be able to go www.coinbase.com and then, you know, buy or sell. They typically just lock up. So if we have another shove to the all-time high, I guarantee you some of your favorite exchanges will lock up. So it's a good idea to go ahead and put in those limit sells if you think that's going to happen. Cheered with 100 bits. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yay. That tell I'm a pro streamer, that little alert was like, it didn't even fit the thing. I'm running it back so that I can see if I'm supposed to fix that or what. Why did it look like? Bits. That's not even what it's supposed to look like. Weird. Sorry, dude. Test my widget. Bits. Yeah, it's just not even working right. Like that. Huh? Well, regardless, I am grateful. Oh, did I crop it or something? Hold on, that may be it. All right, here we go. We're running back. Did this work? Hey, now you can actually read. All right, cool. Cool. Sorry about that, chat. Thanks for putting up with. Okay, let me put it back on an actual live chart and we'll answer some more questions here. This is what I'm watching particularly. Happens. Tex Army asks, what are the differences between market, limit, stops? These are good questions. I like that. Okay, so a market sell is where you tell an exchange, I don't care what the price is when I click the button. Just find me a buyer or seller. Find me someone on the other side of what I'm trying to do. Match me with somebody. Be my matchmaker. And I don't care. Just do it. And then it goes blup and it happens. So if you market sell, it will find you buyers. It will match you with somebody who has limit buys ready and waiting. And limit buys are where you say, hi, Mr. Exchange. I'm interested in buying, but only at this price or this price. Okay, so like you've told the, well, let me move it just so it's real quick. So you've told the exchange that you will buy 1 Bitcoin, I guess, you know, or whatever the number is, at exactly $17,311 and exactly $16,403. So you will not buy, like if these are resting, just limit orders sitting there, you will not execute unless the price were to cross that threshold, and then it would match you with someone who is market selling, and then if it continued down, it would match you with that one too. So that's what a market and a limit sell is. What a stop is let's say you have entered a trade, and let's take this particular pattern for example, and we can say, all right, Mr. Exchange, I have bought a bunch of Bitcoin because I feel very confident right in here. However, Mr. Exchange, I would like to exit that position. Please close me out. Please sell what I have bought if we go below this line, this $17,310 line. So that is a stop. So what that does is it's got, you're actually long. You're banking on it going up. You hold Bitcoin. You do not hold dollars. But if the price were to, like, you know, tank and do something that in your mind is a deal breaker, a game changer, then by the time it hits this line, it would sell your Bitcoin for dollars. It would trade you out, or whatever. Like you can do stops on ratios. Excuse me. You can do stops on ratios as well. Like if you were doing Ethereum Bitcoin, you would trade your Ethereum for Bitcoin, expecting that to go up. But then if you didn't like what you were seeing, it would sell it back to Bitcoin. If that makes sense. I hope that's not too confusing. But that's what a stop is. Now, there's two kinds of stops. So is stop really associated with margin? No. It's anything. But it can close out a margin position. Like that is fair. It's a fair thing to say. Now there are two kinds of stops, and I need to make this point real quick. There's a limit stop, just like there's a limit buy and limit sell, and then a market buy and a market sell. There's a market stop and a limit stop. Same idea. So if price, let's say you had a stop set up, a limit stop. Limit stop. Then if the price were to come down and cross this threshold, you would open a new limit sell order at that line and pray to every god you believe in that the price would come back and touch that line again to give you an exit before it continued on. Because if the price just continued to tank and it never came back and visited that, your limit stop would not execute. A limit stop means the price has to come back, and while you're saying pretty please, it will touch it and then go on before you're closed. A market stop is when the price crosses the threshold, you just sell. I'm out. Now, while that sounds nice, because a lot of times you'll know that you're out at a certain position, give or take, you know, a 0.5% or a 1/4% or something. Sometimes in big crazy events, like imagine somebody sold 100,000 Bitcoin and there's just not enough buyers lined up ready, right? So what you do is you would chew through the order books in an instant and you would drop like 30%. But if your particular stop was way down the line, it wouldn't execute right there potentially. It's in order of like who's ready. So by the time you're sold, you may be down in here, but you have no control because you told the exchange, hey, just sell me at the best price. That's what market stop. That's what the market anything means. Hey, just at the best price possible. Just get me out of the position. So if there's some kind of cascade or crazy ass event, you may be 5, 10, 20% below where you actually mean to exit, especially on altcoin. Because like real illiquid things when prices just going up, 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 up. Like I got a great example for you because I just saw this earlier. DAG. Like look at this. Imagine if you were long like in here and then you set like your market stop there and somebody nuked it down to here and then you sold. Well, you would be here below where you intended to be. You're 34%. You immediately lost 34%. Just immediately. You didn't lose 1% or 5%. You lost 34%. You got to be really careful in not putting too much faith into market stops. End of rant. Egg proxy. Back then there were whales that would fish for those stops. Absolutely. That still happens. There's all kinds of fuckery that goes on and I love it. I love it. So let's say you were a trend actually, I think I tweeted this out earlier this morning because I was watching. Hold on, I'll show you. There was a trend that developed. It was this right here. Let me do it on a clean chart. You bastard. Yeah, that's about it. Okay. So if you were trading, I know there's a lot of visual noise, so bear with me here. I apologize. If you were trading that pennant and you saw it break up, God, I'm sorry guys, I don't know. You saw it break up and you longed it and then it sold back. And so you sold like, oh no, never mind. It's going to go the other way. Now I'm going to open a short. Well, then it reversed. I mean, anybody who was trying to trade this garbage got absolutely massacred. So there are still whales right now who are trying to screw you. So a lot of times on this channel, one of the things we'll do is we'll game theory and say, how can somebody get screwed the most? So here we have a pretty strong trend developing. I think that's a pretty fair way to draw it. So we would look for a failed breakout. So if price broke out, paused, and then reversed, we would expect it actually to come all the way through and then clearly go this way. Like that would be the expectation. Whether it does it or not, I don't know. But that would be what I expect. Anyway, just the punchline is we're gonna look for people to get fucked constantly. Like even if you drew Like this, the market was kind of teeing up for this, right? And imagine you're right here, and this is all you see. You'd be like, oh yeah, we have a clear breakdown. Absolutely, we're going down. What's our target? 12,000. Yeah, we're going to 12,000. So you open a short, you know, you're ready to go, and then here the price is just reversed all the way back. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But you'll see charts are just they're full of little games. Like, go back to my. All right, catch them on chat here. 29 minutes for a new 4-hour. Let's go. I agreed. Yeah, showed at the end like 6 a.m. In my opinion, the cleaning out the order books are healthy and weak hands X. The market, absolutely, 100%. That's why the COVID sell-off was actually really good. I mean, I firmly believe that the COVID sell-off, the shakeout, this has led us to this. Like, I know it wasn't immediate and it took a few months to develop, but you have removed so many sellers that would have maybe slow sold as things went up, and then maybe this trend would have kind of like slowy joeyed because these guys would have been selling here. Okay, now this level, now this level. No, instead, just in one fell swoop, hey, you guys get out of here. Get out of my game. Get out. You're gone. And now price is rubber banding back almost as aggressively to the upside as it did to the downside. And that's, I can't really prove that in any way, but that's just my opinion. But what I can prove is that, just like you're saying, anytime you remove weak hands from an ecosystem, the price goes up hard as hell. Hard as hell. Okay. By the way, guys, beware the debate. That dude who shorted. Yeah, we're reading an article. Tex, wasn't it right in here? No, you know where it was? I remember. It was right in this, because it was like a prolonged sideways. And I remember we were like, what if I could go back and find the little clip? Actually, it'd probably be worthwhile doing. But this guy on Bybit was very loud and proud about being short $100 million. You know, just now. Sorry there, big guy. Booked. It was when it dropped below the curve. Yeah, we had the uptrend. Chart, do I have that on? Yeah, it's exactly. So it was this little sideways. We're just grinding this chart. And I have a lot of momentum indicators that I don't talk about publicly, and none of those have really triggered as like a okay time to sell. So it's just a really interesting. I still believe in the game theory of touching the all-time high and then pulling. That's a GG. Yeah, enjoy your loss there, big guy. When you margin trade 100 mil and it goes the wrong way 16%. Losing other people's money for them. I still like this though, I think. So if this is the right way to draw, let's just speculate. And I'm not saying it is, because who knows? Actually, I think I need to do that. Stop it. That gives it more touches along the way. Okay, so if that's the right way to draw, quote unquote, then this would come to a head 6 a.m. 4 days, essentially. So like around Thanksgiving. I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. Man, how do you pay off 100 million short gone wrong? Well, before they even give it to you, you have it backed with something. Dollars, crypto, whatever. The exchange won on that one. I guarantee you. They're like, oh yeah, enter that short, bro. You're the smartest dude. Your brain's like so fucking big. You're great. So smart. Enter that short, please. And then... Hey, by the way, you guys want to see the new emote? I still gotta wait for... I have to hold the kitty rope on Twitch. But I can show it to you. Always mess this up. Preferences, affiliate, emotes. Pending approval. I can't really show it. Hold on. Can I do it like this? Open image in new tab. Sorry guys, I wish this was better. But there you go. That'll be it. It'll actually look pretty cool. So that's what it'll look like in the chat. I figured you guys would approve. And you can spend your channel points, which I've aptly named as Bitcoins. You can spend your Bitcoins to rotate this roller coaster, by the way. So, how do you, hold on, you can go to, my stuff is kind of hard to work. Oh, here we go. Modify a single emote. So for 900 Bitcoins, you can modify an emote. I can click on the roller guy, and then I can like rotate them around. But I guess I still need, is there, can I not make them go like point down? I guess I can't. All right, so I'll still add a new one once I can. You can just make them go like back and forth. That guy's gonna get a visit in the middle of the night. Yeah, for real. Bro, 100 mil. Mercedes with the puppies. 100 mil. Ugh. All right, so let me show you why subs are important to me, guys. Again, I get like $2 for every sub, so this is not like a money, like a I'm pleading for money thing. I got a day job, I'm good. Don't look at it like that. What's fun is I can't add any more emotes until I get more subs, because that's like a point system. So Twitch is like, you need more subs to get more emotes, blah blah blah, and it helps with my like my stats and stuff like that. So any of that stuff. By the way, you guys want to see what the stream manager looks like? See behind the curtain. Live for hour, 17 viewers. By the way, we last session we had 37 viewers, which was awesome. For crypto is not popular. This is not like a Call of Duty stream. So anything over like money is wild. It's wild as hell. Okay, mods, I noticed you changed my title. I had actually intentionally put what I put because you need some attention grabbing headline to get people to come in. So you are welcome to change it, you know, maybe double check with me or whatever, but yeah, you got to do something that's like grabs people's attention. You got to clickbait it. That's just how the game's played on Twitch. You got to clickbait it. So not only that, but if you're going to do crypto market review, do crypto market review and put the date. So either do like date crypto market review or clickbait, but either one, and usually some kind of combination of both is useful. All right, there you go, mods. Been informed. Okay, let's kind of go through a couple of updates for you guys. TradingView. TradingView itself will like the team, like, so we're using TradingView, the platform, to check out all these, you know, different coins and stuff. Their team will actually be on the stream. They're going to join us and they're going to tell us some cool stuff. They are asking, we're working on schedule stuff right now. So I offered next week. They said maybe after Thanksgiving because they're busy. But they have a special promo going on, and I offered that they could come on and push their promo. So they said, yeah, okay. So anyway, they're going to look into that, but that's kind of cool. So we're going to have them. Also, we're going to have another guy join us on Tuesday. So I'm going to stream again on Sunday. And then that following Tuesday, we're going to be joined by Brian, who is Ledger Status. And he is a buddy. Hold on, that's what I wanted. So if you guys want that, want to check him out, he is actually going to come on for one reason, and it's to explain what the hell are DeFi coins. So he has done all the background, dug into it, researched the hell out of it, and he's gonna check it out. So 2 streams from now, not Sunday but Tuesday, he's gonna be on and talking about that. He has a podcast that's pretty good too, so you can check him out. And he will stream occasionally. So let me find him on, back to Twitch. See what his Twitch name is, just so you guys can check him out. I just want to give you a little background of who I'm dealing with.
All right, stay my foul mouth.
You will stay your foul
That's
mouth.
Brian.
Did you have foul things that you wanted to share?
So he streams with Carpe Noctem. But they only go about an hour. He does a podcast, and then his production quality is way better than mine. And so he's got like, he blacks out his screen and has like a lead in, and he's got a custom guitar riff and the whole deal. So I'm glad you guys don't hold me to his, but he'll be on. So, and we don't all think the same thing. He may be bearish on Bitcoin. Who knows? Be interesting to see. All right, so I think that's it for my updates. We got TradingView team joining us hopefully next week, and then Ledger Status on Tuesday. I want to show you guys a cool tool. It's something that has just been added. Yes. Okay, so this was just added if you use TradingView. God, isn't that sexy though? Hold on. Look at this downtrend. Breakout, retest, moon. Oof. That doesn't get you rock hard. All right. So imagine you're trading on the hourly. And you're like, man, my debate. Oh yeah, this was the $100 million guy. That's what we were calling debate. That's actually fun. Anyway, imagine you are wanting a really quick way to draw fib lines. Well, may I present to you the auto fib retracement indicator by TradingView. You just search auto fib retracement. Here it is. Boom. I'm going to favorite it for future. And we're on the hourly. And from this last little shove to the upside, it has automatically drawn fibs for us. So let's adjust it. Let's do like 15-minute. Okay, so from bottom to top, we go. And now we, like, if we want to see what retracements are, we actually have retracement targets built in without having to hand draw it, because the fibs are exceedingly important. And, you know, you can do a lot of trading with a fib line. And you can do, like, you can enter and exit big positions and have relative confidence with it. Fibs are, I don't cover fibs a whole lot, but they are very important. Like here, we came back, we touched the 38 multiple times. We refused to close below it. So any touch of the 38 from here on is actually like a buy signal. So we close below it, that kind of stuff. So anyway, just wanted to point that out. If you're a big TradingView buffs, that you can use the auto fib retracement tool on various times, like the 4 hour. And have some fun with that. And we can adjust things to where if you like to go bottom to top and see what the extension targets are above you, we go. Got it. So for example, the 1.618 extension for just from this debate move would be a break of our all-time high. Pretty slick. Pretty slick. Okay. I'll show you some other stuff here in a little bit, but let's you guys want to play some marbles? Some marbles. Something fun while we wait for Bitcoin to decide what it's going to do. Odds are good it's not going to do anything tonight. I mean, let's just be real. But you know, we'll give it some time. I'll stream for another 2 hours and we'll just kind of see what's what. Anybody got any questions while I'm setting up the stream? The stream, while I'm setting up marbles. Egg proxy, what's the theory behind fibs? Is a deeper meaning behind why people use them, other than it just seems right? I mean, it's the golden number. It's like it's the Fibonacci sequence. Thank you. God, that was taking me forever. So the Fibonacci sequence is what's found in literally everything in nature. And it turns out that it's actually really important. I mean, it's what gives shells their spirals, and you can actually project what they would be depending on the size. You can use Fibonacci to guess how many petals will be on a flower. I mean, it's scary, all the shit that nature does. So if we are in a simulation, the Fibonacci sequence is like running it. I mean, it's literally, it's in everything. Once you start digging into it, you're going to be like, but it is used by traders for, I don't have like a great reason as to why, other than it seems to work. I mean, even like if we back it up and look at our last run, so I went from the bear market low to the bull market, and you can see how, I mean, a lot of these lines are directly interacted with. Failed to break above the 38, and you can watch it ping pong around. I mean, it's pretty wild. Ping, ping. All like the way that it interacts with this stuff. So on a macro time scale, the only thing I can say is people use it, therefore it works, which is kind of stupid. I know that's not a great reason. Like, I can't bust out a calculator and like explain it, but it's like, I think it's more like a market psychology thing. Traders use it, therefore it works. All right, hold on, let me catch up on chat here. Aslan, any good people to follow on Twitter for crypto stuff? Yeah, I would recommend, I don't follow a whole lot of crypto Twitter stuff because I do all my own work now. But the people I like, you know, are Ledger Status. I mean, he's legit. And I'm not saying these are people we're all like yes men to each other and we all agree with each other. We're not. But I believe that they do their own research and they mean well when they put stuff out. They're not like just trying to bullshit you. Ledger Status, Bitcoin Schmitcoin. Who else? Carpe Noctem is one of the best. Do not follow Carpe Noctem. He's awesome. Especially with his Ichimoku cloud stuff. If he says to go long, like long Bitcoin, you long Bitcoin. You just don't ask, you do it. Like, he's that good. And I don't say that about anybody except for him. Who else? I think that's about it. I have very few that I really recommend. I've blocked most of crypto Twitter. I just can't stand them. Most of them are trying to push their newsletters or paid services that they're not really worth it, or try to just flex and be cool, pretend they're trading with size when they're not. And I would say those three. I mean, yeah, golden ratios, fractals and all that, but why a chart? Do human emotions and collective consciousness ebb and flow according to the golden ratio? I think that's fair, because literally any market, you can look at that statement that like, do people just act the same, and can it be encapsulated with some kind of theory or theorem? Yeah, I think yes, because when I was trading CSGO items, I would even watch the CSGO prices go like match and then pull back. Like, I could almost chart a fib line on it, and oh, that item went to $10 and then pulled back to $3 before it found support and then continued up. Like, oh, it pulled back to the 38 fib. Like, it was hilarious. I actually started doing that for PUBG items before I lost $6,000 when they turned trading off, for God's sake. like overnight. They go, hey, you guys can't trade anymore. Sorry. Blah, blah. And I had all these like investments in PUBG stuff, and they were overnight worthless. That's another story. Why'd you bring that up, Proxy? Damn it. Let me see what all this shit thing. Tawny fucking with me. Okay. Okay, we're gonna turn on my marbles. Gonna run a couple marbles. We're gonna vibe, and I'm gonna, in between, we're gonna come back, we're gonna talk about certain alts. Asking the hard question. Bastard. You bastard! Mods ban that man. Kidding, don't do that. Okay, so if anyone's watching on YouTube, I don't think hardly anyone is. But if you are, let me apologize ahead of time. A lot of times these games, for whatever reason, crash the YouTube stream specifically. Don't understand why. I'm excited to see Litecoin. Yeah, I'll get into Litecoin. Don't you worry, big yeah. I'll leave it like that right now. It's very similar to Bitcoin as far as price action though. Not necessarily, not similar, like you can draw the same lines and all that stuff, but it's similar in the fact that as Bitcoin is breaking out, or when Bitcoin's bullish, then Litecoin's bullish. Right now, I'm seeing if I can make any kind of heads or tails of any of these kind of uptrend lines. I really don't think I can. I don't like to just willy-nilly throw a trend line if it doesn't work. To be honest, compared to the last run, I think Litecoin's severely underpriced. Well, yes and no, in my opinion, because again, Litecoin didn't pop until after Bitcoin had hit its all-time high, like had broken its all-time high. Okay, and at the time it was $4, and then it went on its run. So yeah, I know it's pumping right now; it's up 50% or whatever, but it's getting a little ahead of its skis. Like that's the term I would use. It's moving preemptively because Bitcoin has not tackled its previous all-time high. So yes, the market is bullish, but they haven't really gotten that macro confirmation. No one really knows what's what until Bitcoin breaks its all-time high and begins its new price discovery to the upside. At that point, I think everything goes like rocket ships, especially alts for the first couple months. But until then, I think we're gonna have a lot of fuckery, a lot of like this, and we've actually seen that with Litecoin in the prior days. And I know the trend is up, so it's easy to be like, well, look at that chart. No, it hasn't. Yeah, okay, so it exploded and then it pulled back 60%, exploded and pulled back, exploded and pulled way back, exploded, pulled way back. Any one of these little sell-offs were scary in the moment. I mean, you're lying if you rode this trend up and then you saw that where it was like a 15% sell-off, and if you didn't have this parabolic curve, you just see like this giant sell-off, you'd probably exit your position. And you're lying if you said you wouldn't. But I don't think it's the top yet. Now, what I do suspect is, especially because Bitcoin has not broken its prior all-time high and it's still just kind of like memeing around, it's kind of ping-ponging. I bet that this particular trend breaks and consolidates before continuing up. I could be way wrong. It could just go straight as a rocket ship. I don't know, but I think it will have a lot to do with what Bitcoin does. And again, we'll be here 3 times a week. We're going to be watching it. We'll keep an eye on what's what. See if we can make any kind of heads or tails any of this. This does not look bearish though. That's the one thing I'll say. Like the way I'd put it, it had all these chances to break down. So I think it would have. But I use the word think, emphasis on think, because we do have 3 lower highs. There's our high, there's our lower high, there's our lower high. But at the same time, we have higher lows. There's our low, higher low, higher low. So it's equally bearish and bullish. But the way these patterns break is they tend to be whatever the the trend leading up to it is, they tend to be that direction. Because this particular trend is neither bearish nor bullish, you would default back to, okay, well, how did it get there? And it would be this uptrend. So the odds are in the favor of this continuing. And here's a little TA for you. These pennants, they have a price target, and it's the prior low to the high, which is 2,600 bucks. Let's just call it 2,500. So 2,500 from the breakout puts us above the all-time high. Do you understand? So if this breaks out, the technical target would be that extension. It would be that again. Thank you, Streamlabs, for blowing up the chat. Appreciate it. Thank you for that, sir. So we will be watching that. That's a big if. But if it does, the play that I'm watching in particular is to sell around here, or rather like in that zone, a little above, a little below, and then look for a retest of my boy, the WAP line, which is way the hell down here. Today it sits at 12,400. So I think that's the play. I think the whales know that. I think they want to get as many people to buy in as possible, and then tank it just hard enough that people don't believe we're going on a bull run. Like debate them one final time. So get everyone excited, get them horned up, get the news talking about it. Bitcoin's, you know, the best thing around, blah, blah, blah. And then dunk them. And as they're selling, because right, so they've loaded up in here. This is retail, as they're going to see it fall 30%, and then they're going to be the ones to sell down in here and be like, this is bullshit, I'm out of here. And they are selling right into the guys who were selling up here. So the buyers will be the guys who sold that. Just like the guys who sold that were likely the buyers there. And we want to be those guys. That's why we're here. That's why we're studying this stuff. Because we would like to be the ones selling here to then buy there. We shall see. Time will tell. No crystal balls here. Thanks for the follow. Junior plays. Appreciate you. All right, let's do some marbles. I got it pulled up over here. Switch it over to in-game. Hey, we even got the price ticker working. I can't believe breaks half the damn. All right, you guys keep an eye on this. Start blowing me up in chat if things are getting wild. All right, so if you've never played this, again, we'll go back. We'll look at some alts here in a second. Let's have a little fun for a minute, right? I've been working all day. I like to have a little fun too. Before I come here and stream for you assholes. Do exclamation point play, and this will put you in the game. If you've never played, wow, this is kind of wild. If you've never played this, all this is it puts a marble with your name on it, and then it rolls down a hill, and the first one to make it down the hill wins. So it's just like a fun little deal. Mercedes, it's an exclamation point, FYI. Mobius, Y2K boy, just saying hey. Welcome to the stream. Y2K, I think you followed like near the end of the stream last time, if I remember. Welcome, sir. Yes, and I'm sorry, Tex is right. If you are a sub, you get arrow keys that allows you to move faster and beat your friends. There you go. There you go. Hey Tex, will you update the stream title? And yes, make it a little clickbaity, but mention we're going to do some marbles. By the way, chat, when price breaks the all-time high, I'm going to do some giveaways. And what I think I'm going to do is some alts to various winners. Look at, why am I the only one over here? Holy shit, is that good or bad? I feel like you guys are going to wreck me. Whoa, guys, what are y'all doing? No way. 100 bits makes you 100 miles an hour. Exactly. EG Proxy just got laser beamed in the face. I'm not even through it. Oh, damn. You guys are hauling ass. Aslan, little cat guy. Oh, nope. He's been overtaken by Mr. Serial Killer drawing guy. Ooh, Tex, you were going for it. Sorry, bud. Aslan beat his ass. Don't let Tex get away. Don't let him do it. Easy win for Aslan. Good job. Okay, we don't need to see who comes in dead last. We're going to pivot over and look at a chart real quick. What alt do you guys want to look at? Hey, Aslan, good job. Story of my life, get ahead only to get death lasered in the face. Exactly. If I had a nickel, you know what I'm saying? All right, call out somebody call out an alt. We looked at Litecoin last. What's something else you guys want to look at? Doge, my boy Doge. Okay. Doge is one of the coins I'll be giving away, by the way. All right, we're gonna check out Doge and then we're gonna go back to marbles. Oh, Tex, I'm sorry, I didn't see you ask before. Did you want to change the game or keep it on crypto? Man, I don't know. Are you there? All right, guys, if you can hear me, try refreshing. Hey, am I back? Why we can't have nice things, bro? It sucks, man. It sucks. It's like I'm stuck. I have to stream in this window of time. I literally have no other time to do it, and this is when they do work on the internet in my neighborhood. So annoying. I apologize. There's literally nothing I can do about it. Maybe one day. Maybe after this bull run, I can stay home and stream at like a normal time, like in the day. Okay, so who asked for Doge? Aslan. Aslan, are you back? Give the cable guy a Bitcoin shove off. Yeah. Okay, so Aslan, you are asking for Doge specifically. Let me give you my little Doge 101. You see this little meme right here? This little guy, and again, we're on the Bitcoin chart. This is really, I think this is the only way it's worthwhile to chart Doge. Let me turn off the EMA. That doesn't matter. Okay, this little guy right here was when Bitcoin broke its prior all-time high. Doge Bitcoin. Let me show you. Oop. Okay, so you see again, this is the all-time high. This little box. This is when Bitcoin attacked its prior all-time high of about $1,200. As I move through, hold on, I know that little thing is in the way. Okay, as I move through, the lows occurred right in there, which are right in here when we clearly break the all-time high. And you'll see this as a pattern. And in my opinion, it has something to do with, like, people are like, oh, we're about to go to new highs. I'm gonna place my bets on all my horses and then see which one wins. That's just my like crowd psychology. I think that's what's happening here. I don't know that 100% obviously, but anyway, so the lows were right in there, which was right in here. So I suspect what we might get is something similar. As Bitcoin attacks its prior all-time high, we're very, very close to doing the same thing. We have hit the 16 Satoshi range twice. See the little wicks down, wiki boys right here. But 15 Satoshis is actually the lowest it got last cycle. So it was about two weeks. Well, there were touches across 2 weeks and then a gap and then another week. I'm sorry. Looking at the wrong one. There was touches across 2 weeks right there. So that being said, what I suspect is a smart trade, like a big 400 IQ trade, is to look for this touch. And if that occurs at the same time Bitcoin attacks its all-time high, its prior all-time high, and we touch the 15 Satoshi range, I will be making this play personally. I will look to enter here in anticipation for another massive pump. Now, maybe it only gets to this downtrend line, but maybe it gets all the way back up here, which was a 10x on the Bitcoin pair, which is pretty wild. So a Bitcoin, that would be like putting 1 Bitcoin in and getting 10 Bitcoin out as Bitcoin's going on its bull run. That's awesome. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But if we start breaking to new lows, I would not enter any trades unless we convincingly return to the trade range. The trade range being above this 15 Satoshi line. If we cannot get above it, then most likely the pattern is a continued downtrend, and you do not want to be catching knives with something like this and giving up your hard-earned Bitcoin. So that's my Doge Bitcoin. All right. So with that, so Doge I've marked off. Next up, we'll look at Wi-Fi and Link, but in between, let us do one more marble. Random. Here we go. Tex Army, you changed the title to Bitcoin all-time high. Reviewing the alts and playing marbles, 11, 19, 20. Yeah, nice. Okay. I like it. That's especially important because a lot of, if you go through the crypto section, a lot of it is just bots. And they say they're setting for like its communities, but it's just it's like a trading view chart where people can chat back and forth. And that's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah, this map's really cool. I like this. It's the solar system. Kind of go around. Right around Uranus. Haha. Haha. Cool. All right, exclamation point play if you want in on this. Let me put that back on Bitcoin. You guys can see. That pretty good? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, and we will kick it off now. All right. Heads up, you're on Doge Bitcoin. Oh yeah. I literally just, that like clicked in my brain and I switched it. Something must have happened in chat. There's like a lot of deleted, banned, unbanned, banned. Looks like you guys had fun. Okay, yep, everything is as it should be. Exactly. I still can't get over having 36 people, or 2 nights ago. That was awesome. Ah, nice. Okay, let's just come to a complete stop. Of course. Why not just do that? Wow. Big brain moves by Crypto Jack. Holy shit. Oh, speaking of buy, there goes Emote Cryptic. Emote Cryptic. Sorry, buddy. This was for all the giveaway monies. You'd have just lost it. Don't worry, wait for the death laser. Yeah. There's not even one on this map. Somehow you're going to get lasered. Whoop, smack my mic. This is kind of a long one. You said, oh my God. It's about a 4-minute. So I'm going to run and pee real quick. The potty. I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave it on EG, who is just dominating. What the hell, bro? Look how far back everyone else is. What is this about? So the world record is 3 minutes 24 seconds. I wonder if you're gonna compete with that. I mean, possible. Good. Rainbow Road vibes. Yeah. Oh God, you went airborne and like I butt clenched just for you. I thought that was it. Thought that was GG. Okay, I'm gonna run pee. I'll be right back, chat. I'm gonna leave it. What's the best way to do this? I'm gonna zoom way out. and look like kind of back. Maybe like that. All right, we'll do like that. All right, BRB. Egg Proxy with the win, bro. Oh my god. Now that is funny. She told me she was about to do. Just got timed out. Hold on, Mike. He said like that. Pantauga. Okay. Have you ruined any more Christmas gifts? Now that's funny. Okay. Oh no, it got deleted. I'm sorry, everybody. But I had to do it. Pantauga, you have been timed out. Egg, nice win, buddy. Nice win. Okay, so back to charts. Let's see if that crashes stream again. Don't crash. I swear. Okay, so the next one on my notes that you can't see. I'm a damn magician. I wish I was clever and I could do something clever with it. All right, so next up is Wi-Fi. Let us look at. Oh my god. Let me preface this by saying, who had asked for Wi-Fi? I forget who it was. On F2. Okay, we'll look at that. Mobius, did you ask for Wi-Fi? Scrolling back through chat, trying to find. Mobius did ask for it. Okay, okay. Let me tell you, just straight off the rip, I don't know shit about DeFi. Okay, I don't understand it because I haven't researched it. I mean, if I put the time into it, I'm sure I would, but I haven't. That is why on Tuesday we're gonna have an expert join us and really get into it and tell us like, hey, is this real or is this all bullshit? All right, so let's look at a couple trends here. For this, I'm gonna actually turn on the 2050, 100, and 200. We're gonna see if we can make any heads or tails of any kind of trend. So the 20 looks like a pretty good way to trade this. Let me look at, I'm going back in time kind of. Yeah, I gotta say, of all of them, and again, this is like, it's hard to make any kind of trend on something like this, but like the 20, and maybe like if you did the 20 and the 10 and kind of traded them on that, it's probably not bad. But it looks like each time the 20 is broken to the upside, it tends to go on a pretty good run. And when it's convincingly broken to the downside, it tends to be a downtrend. That's tough, but it closed above it, so you'd long. There, it breaks below it, closes below it twice, you'd be short. So then in recent history, I guess the only thing you could, the only signal I guess you would have gotten is like somewhere kind of in there, as it's broken this like downtrend to long there and pray. But as for why it's pulled a 2.5x from the lows, brother, I could not tell you, dude. I couldn't tell you. Do you know it? Are you a believer, or can you give us like a one sentence description as to what's great about it or whatever? And also, if I was looking for like where would a potential top be, I would actually probably use the VPVR over the history. This is the visual price range. So the bigger the bar, the more activity, the more trading there was, and the more likely it is to have trouble breaking through, or at least there will be an exchange. That's why you can see like there was this big cluster right here, and then there's this big cluster kind of in there. Above that, it gets less and less. I mean, this could potentially keep going until it doesn't. I don't know. If I was looking for like some debate, I would say maybe a break of that prior all-time high. This is just game theory though. A break here and then like a new downtrend or something. I don't know. I feel like I'm just grasping at straws here. Someone just drove by my house blaring ice cream music? Okay. Look out for that, dude. I'm an absolute noob, but bought the dip at the right time. Good for you, dude. I don't think I could point out a single coin in all of crypto that has done better than that. Hell, even half of that. Nothing's gone up like a 100% move, and this has gone 250%. So, you know, if you bought it like in here. So that's not even if you got it down here. So congrats, dude. That's awesome. And by the way, chat, if you miss a move, if you're the guy that misses a big move and you kind of feel that in your soul, like you're a little bit upset about that, the way you handle it is you make your peace that you missed it and you move on. You don't FOMO in. The thing's already moved 2 or 3 times other people's entries. You don't FOMO in and try to catch more. Like, you just find your center. You missed it. The end. Not a big deal. There will be hundreds of new opportunities. All right, Pants, I untimed you out. And I think I modded you back. Make sure all that stuff works again. That was actually kind of funny. Okay, we're gonna do another marbles, and then we'll do, next up is Link Bitcoin on the daily for Wyckoff, I think is what you said. One day Wyckoff. Well, look at that. I mean, maybe. I gave you back the gifted subs too. You like took them away and then put them back. We're alive. Okay. Telling you, I'm cringing. Oh, 1850. Okay, let's set up a new truce. You calling for a truce? Okay. Let's go to the community ones. These are like brand new ones that not a lot of people have played. Sometimes you can find like elimination rate. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Here we go. 3 minutes and only 17% make it. Hold on, don't do play yet. Don't do it yet. Stop it. Bastards. Okay, now do it. Now exclamation point. Animals. Rounds. I'll forgive you this time. Wife of Jack, do exclamation point play or you don't love me. Karis, what's up, man? I don't think I saw you earlier. How you doing? Trying to get that pole position. There we go. Yeah, look at you. Oh, look who got it. No, it's the wife perks. I made it that way. All right, we're starting. We're starting. Here we go. This skin is actually pretty cool. I like how it's moving. Good job, baby. Oh, wow. You were like, went from in the lead to last. That's weird. Is it like a gravity thing where you fall harder if you're in the back, so it like propels you further? I don't know. I don't play marbles enough to really know how a lot of this stuff goes. Circle the drain, guys. Circle the drain. Oh, look, there's little stoppers and stuff. Emmett hit it. That's a big deal because now you're going to drop a lot harder. Mobius in second. Ooh. Mobius, you're on that ass. You're giving him the little booty pinches, trying to catch him. Ooh. Ooh. All right, kind of affected you both. A lot of time, a lot of time. You guys are doing great. Harris hauling ass. He just passed like 3 people in a straight line. Oh, these things are bringing everyone just to a stop. Whoever gets to the outside is gonna keep on going. There goes Karis. Hacks. Major hacks by Karis. Sorry, Mobius. I don't think you're in contention here. Karis, egg proxy. Oh, God. Keeps messing up. Karis. Oh, he stopped, though. Here comes our hero. Yeah, boy. Chat, I'd like to thank you all for being here tonight and watching me secure. What is this shit? What is this shit? What was that? Karis, you just fell straight off the... Yeah, all 3 of you... Oh my God, all 3 of you just launched off and you were all in front of me. Oh, now it's me and Doggo. That was hilarious. Still anybody's map. These little blocky things make it really tough. The Turk, no. No, the Turk. That was hilarious. the record. Okay, everyone's just wiggling. I think I got it. I'm snaking further than you guys. That was hilarious. Easy win. I'm ready for all those gifted subs, those hundreds. That's a joke because I don't even have hundreds of followers. I have 100. Come on, buddy. Come on, bud. You can do it. I believe in you. There you go. There you go. Yeah, as we're gonna pivot over to the chart. Don't you worry. But don't get too excited. We haven't really broken out. Just Bitcoin breaking out of its wedge. I know exactly what you're talking about. Hang on, because I believe you. I mean, I think you can make this argument. So what he's saying is you take that top and you run it down like that. I think that's absolutely fair, but I think we need to respect that this is 5 hours of the exact same downtrend that then got retested and it failed to continue. So I'd say we need to watch this. Think green candles. I'm sorry, I'm being pessimistic. Guys, everyone all at once, like kind of like rock forward, like on 3. And then if we do that, and if you sub enough, then you know we'll keep going. The Bitcoin uptrend will continue. It's all up to you. It's in your hands. Okay, while Bitcoin is faking everyone out, which I anticipate is going to happen, let's look at Link Bitcoin on the 1 day, and then we'll be back. As requested by chat, Link Bitcoin. What does this mean? Okay. So, really like that yellow. Back to white. Here is Link Bitcoin. Now, I would not say that this was Wyckoff accumulation. I wouldn't call that. Wyckoff accumulation, let me show you, I can show you exactly what Wyckoff accumulation looks like. It's this. So what Wyckoff is his, typically, it doesn't have to be, but typically it's on the heels of a massive downtrend and it's the formation of a trade range. Okay. So a trade range begins to be formed. We have a low, a reaction to the top, low, reaction to the top. You basically have multiple touches to define the trade range. Okay? And then before exiting said trade range, most of the time you have a nasty capitulation sell-off, right? Like this was the COVID sell-off where it was like 50 or 60% in a day or two. I mean, that was crazy. And you shake out enough of the weak hands that once it retraces, it breaks above this trade range, which we've defined with multiple touches. Now we're above it, we're consolidating, and then we push on to new highs. Okay, so this is Ethereum. We'll get to this later. Bitcoin did the same thing back in 2015, where it formed its trade range. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Capitulation wick retraced into the trade range, went up and consolidated above said trade range before continuing subtrend. Big macro uptrend. And this is a very intentional move by whales to enter a position over a year so that they can ride it up and then exit up in here. So the same guys buying in here are the same guys selling in there, typically. At least that's how the market theory goes. I'm sure it's not always as like crystal clear as that, but that's how the theory is. So when I look back at Link Bitcoin, I don't see a true trade range being formed. I don't see a big capitulation wick that sets new lows or even revisits anywhere near the previous lows. I don't see a sell-off followed by a break above a trade range unless you kind of want to call it that, but that's pretty loosey-goosey. But what I do see in the way I have been trading Link is a linear uptrend on the Bitcoin pair. I don't know why this is dotted. There's really no reason. Hang on. Okay. So the way I've been trading Link is when I first liked Link, I saw it was up here. So I waited for a revisit kind of down in this range. I think in there is where I got it. But I suspected it might continue, whatever. Now, if this breaks, it's kind of all bets are off on the Bitcoin pair. Typically, these kind of breaks get kind of ugly. You'll see this breakdown. You'll see a new consolidation zone. It might take a year, and then it continues up. Now, that's against Bitcoin. That's not on the USD specifically. BNB, which is the Binance coin, did something like that on the Bitcoin pair. Let's pull that up. Here we go. You can see it had this very nice, very clean uptrend. It was this one. And a lot of people traded it. But as soon as it broke down, it's just been ugly ever since. And against Bitcoin, it has lost ground. So what this is saying is, if you had played Bitcoin up until it broke, at this moment, or sorry, if you had played BNB up until that little moment in time, it would have been, your money was better in BNB. At that break, your money is better in Bitcoin versus BNB. That's what this is trying to tell you. Unless you like day traded, these little swings. So that is those are my thoughts. I am hoping that this does not happen. It might happen, but I am hoping it does not. I think Link has a lot of potential. But if it has this kind of like a breakdown from here would be a big, nasty breakdown. Because this trend has been going on since April of 2019, that if it broke, it would be substantial. And you would see a lot of people capitulate out of their position. Guaranteed. For Link Bitcoin to break, Bitcoin would have to moon or Link would have a massive sell-off, correct? Yes, that's correct. So all Link Bitcoin is just a math equation. Okay, so you could have Link go sideways and Bitcoin go up a little. And this would make the ratio go down, which would make that sell. You could have Link go up, but Bitcoin go up faster. Okay. And that would make the ratio fall. Or you could have Link go down, like the USD value of Link go down while Bitcoin sideways. All those scenarios are possible. So this is what I'd pay attention to. All right. I just saw chat kind of blink. Let me look. Correct. Early day tomorrow. Take it easy. See you, Pantaga. Have a good one, buddy. This guy with the 20 viewers killing it. Thanks, guys. Looking at Link Bitcoin like a pro. Thanks, man. So Tom, who is here, is actually a big YouTube streamer. Like when I checked him out the other day, he had 400 viewers. So it's kind of a joke that anyone's looking at crypto on Twitch, but here I am. I'm kind of rolling the dice that Twitch might be the way to do it for this next bull run over the next 12 months. Could be completely wrong, but we'll see. But if you guys want to check out somebody who looks at charts and does a pretty damn good job of it, and I don't just hand out a lot of recommendations, but Tom Crown does a good job of it, and he's about every day. So do you think there's the same kind of institutional demand for Link versus Bitcoin? Yes! I do. In fact, let me pull up my Twitter because Weag, who's in the chat, actually sent me a link. So bear with me while I pull this up because I think it's actually worthwhile. But he was saying, what does this mean? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is an institutional trader. Big announcement. Chainlink joins the world's only regulated crypto benchmark index, the UltraCap 5. We have removed Bitcoin Cash. The switch is happening April 27th, or Friday, the November 27th. Okay, so this is like a big fund where if you had a lot of money and you wanted to throw it on like the NASDAQ versus one particular stock, you would buy this particular index, which is Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and I forget what I think Ripple. I forget what their fourth one is, but then now they're removing Bitcoin Cash and they're putting Link in. So yes, big, right? All link USD is an equation from link Bitcoin. Syntax dictates the king first. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair way to put it, Tom. But the punchline is, this is just a glimpse into what other funds will be doing as well. I think these guys have done their research and they're like, you know what? Despite the fact that Bitcoin Cash was $4,000 at one point, and even went toe to toe with Bitcoin for like dominance, despite all that history, we do not think it is worthwhile. But we do think Link, the new guy, is worthwhile. So even if it's not truly worthwhile, like as far as what makes it up, and I think it is, because it's like one of these Oracle coins that will connect a lot of things. We'll get into that another stream because I need to freshen up on it, to be honest. But despite all that, these guys probably have a bag, and I bet other big institutional guys have a bag as well. So, you know, read into that as you may. I know a lot of people have been buying Link, and there's been some articles on that as well. So, you know, I have a very rough uptrend that I'm monitoring. It's typically, the game is consolidate, break up, consolidate, break up. We're consolidating again. But as long as this particular this trend continues to hold, I would anticipate that this is going to continue to be a good long-term investment. You got to remember, back in the last run, the last bull run, stuff like Ethereum went from $5 to $1,400. Okay, so if you can get in on one, and remember, we're talking about getting in, just like we said before, where you're talking about an alt trade as a percent of your total portfolio, that's like this. Okay, we're talking about like 10 to 15%, maybe across all alts. You can get in on something like that on the next Ethereum or whatever it is, and ride it from even in here, the 20s to the 1400. You're gonna do really good. So anyway, just a thought. Just plant that in. 18.2 just broke. Oh shit! All right, let's go look. Let's go look. Check this out. Hold on, I have. Ooh, boys! No matter how I had this drawn, unless this. Now here is something that happens a lot. Remember, we're talking about how the psychology of breaking margin traders and getting people out of position. This was the prior high. So if this candle just wicks the prior high but then returns back in, that would be like a swing trade failure of some sort, and we don't know it till it happens. But if this closes, returns, then I would anticipate at least a revisit down in here. As much as I want it to keep going, I would hope and pray it does, but a lot of times during these little consolidation periods, there's fuckery afoot. It tends to happen a lot. We'll just keep an eye on it. Keep killing it, brother Shepherd. Thanks, man. Yeah, I was talking to Tom Crown earlier about, because I think he feels the same way about kind of being the shepherd for guys, a lot of the new folks, and not keeping them from running out and doing something stupid and unintentionally, just out of being new, which happens. Hell, when I started the CSGO trades, I lost my money because I got scammed and stuff. So if guys like me and Tom Crown can kind of help people not do that, that would be really, that's I view that as why I'm here. By the way, there's a poll in chat. Where will Bitcoin be at the end of the stream? All right, I'm gonna, how do I don't think I can do it, can I? Oh yeah, down here. Okay. I don't know how I actually click it on like my view. Maybe I can't. Maybe it's not for the streamer. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay. Again, chat, I am going to put us back onto marbles. Actually, you guys want to see this on the 1 second? This is a funny TradingView thing that I like to do. So TradingView has very graciously provided me with the most expensive version of TradingView. So we can actually put it on the 1 second candles and watch stuff go crazy. So we can do that for a minute. Like, get your popcorn out and be like, oh, it's really like a 0.01% move. But because it's on the 1 second, it's like enthralling. You think crazy things are happening. Looking like it wants to keep going. All right, and I'm going to glance. So behind the chat, I have all these coins, right? Neo has a decent little push. Ethereum's headed to 490. Link's at 13.8, where it's been for like 10 weeks now. Jesus. Make a decision. Litecoin's at 82, which is relatively the high for the day, so it's still kind of chilling at the high. XMR is on the Bitcoin pairs continuing to drop, as we discussed last time. And TRX Bitcoin is continuing to drop. Guys, I'm pretty damn good. I say that as someone who hasn't actually traded like some of these calls, like for XMR and TRX. I didn't enter a trade because I don't want to short right now. I'd rather have all my capital in Bitcoin or some of these alts that are going up versus pulling capital away to deploy against and bet against a pair. So eventually I probably will. But right now that's just not where I am. But had we done that, like check out XMR on the Bitcoin pair. Look at that. We were talking about as soon as it re-entered at 0.09 that this was the target, and it's down to it. This is where I have to pat myself on the back a little bit to let you guys know that I'm not full of shit, that the things I predict they will actually happen. But you know, there's not trading advice, all that. And again, TRX making new lows, and I suspect will continue to make new lows. Keep watching Bitcoin. 1 second. Look at them go. Yeah, do it, girl. Nasty. Okay, okay. That was the $3 move, and that was the most excited I've felt also. So what's the high so far? Hold on, let me back up. The high is 18.4. So chat, if we break 18.451, right? Is that what that candle is? 18.450. Literally 18.450. So if we break 18.450, we'll have made new highs. All right. I just want to tell you guys something real quick. One of my momentum indicators that I use basically goes back and it's looked at like what is possible for Bitcoin. Like what's in the realm of possibility. So if you went back and you said like the most, the craziest shoves that Bitcoin's made, the most like very quick bullish momentum moves that were very sudden and not like expected at all. There's like kind of a range that like if you say, oh, well, anything within what's happened in history is possible. About 50% of the max possible gets us to the all-time high. So we like literally, if it wanted to, and if it started running within an hour or two, we would be at the all-time high. Like that is where we are. Now, that doesn't mean that is what will happen. It doesn't even mean that the trend will continue up, although I suspect it will. But just to give you an idea of how crazy this is. We're very close. We are within reach. We're going to reach for the sun here pretty soon. And then watch it nuke all of us and drop like 20% in a single candle. And hopefully be the guys ready for that. Okay. Glad Tom came through. I like Tom. Fear and greed in real time. Yep. Text with the other little meme Bitcoin roller coaster guy. Do we have our dog yet? Nope. Still no Doge dog. Actually, let's see what Doge did. Doge is still at 17 sats. Keep an eye on it. All right, you guys want to marble a little bit more? Next up, we have Ethereum on the charts. If anybody else has any specific stuff, just let me know. Poltax, how's it going, buddy? Good. I'm good, Poltax. You doing all right? Glad to see you here. Good, buddy. Last stream, you've seen me when I've had one or two players, one or two viewers. Last stream we had 36, which is was like the all-time high for me. Things are going pretty good, and I suspect it has nothing to do with me, right? I'm just some jackass talking crypto, but I bet it has everything to do with how exciting crypto is. how things are going. No marbles, just candles. Okay, Tex, you got it. Egg proxy, we're going quadratic. Bring it on. Bring it on. I think no matter, just like I had this drawn, no matter how you draw these trend lines, any conservative way, whatever, we have clearly broken above. Vote in the current prediction and win channel Bitcoins. Click the channel points icon below. Kind of cool. So do you gamble? Like, how does this work, we? Explain this to me real quick. Like, are people wagering their points? They're not channel point, they're channel. Oh, you did say channel Bitcoins. I read it wrong. Give me that 1 second. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, there you go. There you go. Yes, you bet your points. Okay. Oh, God, look at that dump. That was like a $4 fall. A lot of the day traders, they get like a high off of watching these charts. And imagine watching this on the 1 second. You can only do this on some of the more expensive TradingView stuff. So Litecoin's falling at the same, falling now 50 cents. Ethereum's down $2. Bitcoin's down 50 bucks. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Uni or CVC, but I know DeFi isn't quite your wheelhouse. Quick sell, yeah. Market sell, panic. Okay. Uni or CVC. I don't think I have a chart for Uni, but I'll check it out. CVC, I'm pretty sure I've looked at before. Oh, look at that rally. Here we go. Poll tax, if you're still here, buddy, are you in crypto or are you in other stuff right now? I'm just curious. Well, we've got a big CME gap. Got a $11 gap. We got to come back and fill it. Yeah, I have some in crypto. Okay. Aslan, I've got 2.5 Bitcoins on it closing over. These are real Bitcoins, by the way, and you have to settle up. You have to send them to me, and then just trust me. I'll send them on. It'll be fine. The FOMO. Look, it closed the gap. No shit. It closed that gap. What the hell? Look at that. It came back and actually closed it. Let's see if it closes that bad boy. Oh my God. That's funny. I'm cautiously optimistic. It's a great hedge against Fed printing so much and increasing debt. What's your take on Tether, Bitfinex manipulating the market? I used to worry about that in 2017, and I was a big believer that it was a bunch of BS stuff going on. I don't feel that way anymore. The FBI has raided them. They've seized their funds, them being Bitfinex and their offshore accounts. And after about a month or 2 month investigation, they gave the money back. They had like $190 million of Bitfinex's money, something like that. This is back in 2018, and they gave it back. And I think if there was a shred of evidence that things weren't on the up and up or whatever, that would have ended very differently. So the fact that the fact that it went down that way, I don't even question it anymore. And I don't think the market does either. Now, the market does price Tether exchanges a little bit slightly different than like pure USD. So for that, I think there is a little bit of a risk, but like the market is telling you that there's a risk because it's been priced a little bit lower, but we're talking about like less than 1. Is that lawsuit still ongoing? I think there is a civil suit still going on. But I think that was more over the funds that got hacked. It's not like Tether's bullshit and I'm suing you, or at least I don't think it is. That there was one that was like that, and I don't think that is still ongoing. I think that one is put to bed. Basically, they didn't have enough evidence. And while they were like, I think they had enough evidence for things to be a little sketchy, it was not enough to like prove that illegal stuff was going on. Very different. New pull up. You guys want to keep watching charts or run a marbles? Let's run a marbles. We'll just run one. And then we can always come back. And plus the ticker will be up in the background here. Crypto Jack, look at that. Hey, chat, you guys see who the winner was? Just make sure. I want to make sure everyone sees that. It was not Tex. Crypto Jack. Oh, hell yeah. All right, F your poll, mods. We're going to do it live. All right, exclamation point join. Screen blanked for a moment, didn't see anything. What about you, the rest of you guys, chat? Is everything okay? I swear to God, my internet. I wish there was something I could do. Some magic button to push. I apologize. By the way, poll tax, I don't know if this is your jam or what, but if you just do exclamation point play, yeah, okay. It just gives you a little marble and drops it down the chute. And for anyone who's a sub, there's little boosters and little, like, you can push the arrows and go different ways. But that's locked unless you have to be tier 3 though for that. There you go. Guys, the fact that we're 250 bucks away from the current all-time high, well, not all-time high, but the yearly high. The next stop is the all-time high, I'm telling you. If this thing grinds up, we're gonna slap that bitch right in the face. 20K. Oh, poll tax. I know you're not here every stream, and I don't blame you at all for that. Everyone's got a life. One of the things I constantly push is the fact that the 20 weekly moving average is the floor for any uptrend, okay? It's the floor. So I believe we will come down and touch it at some point. I think the game theory suggests we're going to touch the all-time high first, which is about 10% away from where we are. Less than 10%. Wow, like 9% away. But at some point, we'll come down and touch that 20 weekly moving average. Today, that 20 weekly is at 12,500. So when you're considering buying, like, as a way to fight that FOMO feeling, just remind yourself that the majority of all the prior bull runs live and die off of that 20 weekly moving average, and it's at 12.5 right now. So there's a long way down. Of course, this time could be different, and there's no crystal balls and blah blah blah. But the smart bet would be that it's not very different. Oh, Karis, I thought you were gonna. Oh wait, no, Tex makes it though because he's the course record holder. By the way, if you see these names with like the box by it, that means they won the course or they hold the record. They're like of our stream, they hold the record. Oh no, get around it, Karis. You're the only one who can put pressure on him. Damn it. Holds his stupid record. X. Good to know. Thanks, mate. Good. Sold some at 18.2. Hopefully there's another opportunity to buy cheap. Honestly, I think there will. But this time could be different again. Who knows? Nothing is ever like written in stone. As soon as you think you have an edge, you change. But anyway, Tex Army, bow down to my record. Tex, screw you, dude. I just did the math, and like 25% of my net worth is crypto, bro. I'm at like 60% is in crypto. Every spare dollar I had outside of my retirement, like if I remove retirement, like a 401k or whatever, if I remove that from the equation, about 95% of my net worth is. So that's why I say, like, when I'm going through this stuff, I have a lot to lose, and it's not just like a weekend job where I'm just trying to be funny for you guys so you throw me some tips. Like, I got a lot on the line here. By the way, next up we're gonna look at Ethereum. Let's do one more marble. Do one more of these. We do exclamation point play. We'll do one more where Tex doesn't win. We can't end on one where Tex wins, and then we'll go back and we'll check the chart. Okay. Tex got stuck. I got yeeted, said Mobius. That's funny. Another 45% in CSGO skin. Yeah, CSGO skins have done great, so I'm not about to throw stones at you for that, dude. It's like as soon as I exited, it was about a year ago, it's like, oh, Jack's out? Okay, everything's a 10x. Text got stuck, fumbled his exit strategy. There. Yeah, and by the way, I have a YouTube, so follow it if you don't mind. Like a couple of the videos, just so I can get some... get the AI, the YouTube algorithm to give me some love. Right now, I'm just some new jackass, and they won't refer me to anybody. But the more people who like follow and like and do that kind of stuff, they'll promote it more and more. All right, we're loading up. We go. Weag holds the course record. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Over double the world record. I don't know how the hell that works, but here we are. How do you have double the world record? It's not even close. That doesn't make any sense. Like, just looking at this map, I don't see how you could do anything better than, you know, 10% of whatever you ended up getting. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so next up, we're going to look at Ethereum and then Uni or CVC. I'll see if I have a chart for either. I think I have CVC. Let's see. Poll tax. If you have a specific coin you want me to look at, or if you had questions on something, let me know. We've pretty well mapped out literally every coin on what we think they're going to do from a macro perspective. So I can pull it up real quick. I think it's way better to like, if someone calls me and asks me, hey, what do you think this coin's going to do? I almost want to say, and I'm just talking about like in real life, like IRL friends, I kind of want to be like, hey, just watch my stream because I will visually show you. And it's way easier than just like trying to use my words like, oh, well, there's a resistance level at this point. You need something to look at. So when someone's like, hey, when's a good time to buy? I don't want to just say, oh, 12.5. I'm going to be like, well, look, there's a moving average that every historical bull run has had. And look here, let me teach you to fish. Oh my God, I just threaded the needle on that one. Wow. The suspense. Oh, wow. No, not like this. Shit. At least it's Aslan and Emmett and not text, though. Whoa, EG. Wow. That was awesome. Oh, is he going to hold it, though? EG or Aslan, who's it going to be? And we maintains his lead. I don't think you can come back from that, EG. Sorry, buddy. Sorry about that, buddy. That jump was hilarious, though. That was awesome. Let me catch up on chat. WR had to have been a ton of marbles and dropped straight down. Oh, the world record? Yeah. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. It's not like you could have dropped from, you know, the launch platform there and somehow made it down here. I mean, half the time. Less than half. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Poll tax. I only really follow Bitcoin because I believe all other coins follow it. Do you think there will be a mass exodus from shitcoins? No, I think it will be the opposite, my friend. Historically, and I can show you on a chart here in a minute, historically, altcoins tend to go crazy right as the bull run starts. Right as the new bull run starts. Hold on. Oh, we're falling. Switching over to the charts, boys. We're inside one of our potential trends here. Hold on. So did we just do the little meme breakout where all we did was make a new high, stop out everyone? Remember we talked about market stops and stuff like that? The stops for anyone would have been right here. Anyone short. So a lot of times the price will come up, break above that high, right? So within this level, and then return in and now go to make new lows. So let's see. I'm gonna paint a target. Let's see if we come down and we test that. 17.5. I hope it doesn't. I would love for it to. Another option is to like grind or retest the breakout line and then continue. So let's say target 1 is this, and then target 2 would be down in here. Okay. I got yeeted again, said Mobius. You're like 2 for 2 in yeets, dude. I'm sorry about that. How did we get stuck there? That's hella sus. You spend like 1 minute in the funnel. Yeah, that was stupid. Slam dunk into the pennant. Yeah. But it's not continuing. Like, it's just... we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to say anything yet because it's too early to tell. We did just break out of a... How long has this been here? So 23 of the 17th. So we're like, this is almost a 3-day consolidation. It just broke out of. The market may want to come down and retest. Kind of on lower time frames. Like, so on like a daily candle, you wouldn't even notice it. Or on a 4-hour, you wouldn't even notice it. But like on low time frames, it may just break out, retest, and then continue. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So I had a request for Ethereum. And then real quick though, I want to show Poltax because I know he's not around a lot. So let me show you real quick, dude. So I'm gonna show you how Bitcoin acts and then how alts act, or at least last time, because all we have to go off of is history, right? So here is the prior all-time high last cycle, which was about $1,200. And then we had a lot of interaction with the $1,200 range. And see, it smacked it. It danced around in it, smacked it again. So let's see down below what alts did during this period of time. So let's take Ethereum, for example. Ethereum, I'm sorry, Doge, which is the little meme coin, like the Shiba Inu. I may be butchering that, but like the little dog, the little meme dog. That coin hit its all-time low right here and then was nothing but an uptrend on the Bitcoin pair. So that means like compared to Bitcoin. And look, as I move the cursor on below, so you see how there's like a cursor that moves on the top as well? Watch as I go to that all-time low period, which is the yellow circle down below. It's right as Bitcoin is breaking its prior all-time high. And during that time, okay, during that time, it then goes on a 10x run by about a month later, maybe 2 months later. So from March to May, it pulls a 10x on the Bitcoin pair, which is pretty wild. So a 10x on, so if you put in 1 Bitcoin into Doge right here, you could have cashed out 10 Bitcoin at the peak. Okay, but maybe that's just maybe that's a fluke. You know, one time's an accident, whatever the saying is. Let's look at something else that happened around the same time. Let's look at Litecoin. Okay, what happened with Litecoin during kind of roughly the same time? All right. So Litecoin, you see, as I move the cursor, broke out of a multi-year consolidation pattern. This is multi-year. Broke out of it right as Bitcoin broke its prior all-time high. And it went on to make a 100x on the USD pair, which is roughly 5 times more than the Bitcoin pair. So it beat what Bitcoin did. It beat Bitcoin's gains by 5x over about a year, or less than a year, about 8 or 9 months. Okay, so that's Litecoin. So point in the alt category for Doge and Litecoin. All right, let's see what's next. What about Ethereum? Because we all like Ethereum. So again, here's another one where as Ethereum was reaching kind of its lows, right? It's in this little consolidation meme, whatever. It doesn't really start its uptrend until Bitcoin attacks its all-time high and into here. So the first touch of the prior all-time high was like in that. So if you load it up in Ethereum at about $10, you could have cashed out eventually later for $1,420 each. And that is about a year later, about 12 months later. So we have 3 of the oldest alts really showing that and I think this is a market psychology thing. I truly believe that like speculators and retail are seeing this as, oh, we're about to have price exploration to the upside. I can't afford a full Bitcoin. I would rather buy, what's that thing? Oh, that's like, Litecoin's $3. Sure, whatever. Yeah, let's buy Litecoin. So I think they're just finding other alts that they believe. It's like what's the saying? A rising tide raises all ships. That's like a traditional market saying. But you really do see that in crypto, at least historically. So I suspect we're going to see something very similar. So, to answer your question, I don't think there will be a lot of shitcoins leaving Bitcoin. I don't think a lot of shitcoins will lose value while Bitcoin makes value. I think it's all kind of like a group. Only for a period of time. And then after a period of time, everything will sell off just as hard. Just like Ethereum went from $1,400 to $84. It was like a 90% drawdown. 94%. Whereas Bitcoin only fell like 80, 83. So over time, I suspect Bitcoin will maintain itself, but during bull uptrend periods, like a 6 to 12 month period, I think several alts will outperform. That's just how. All right, let's see if we get our like 1800 test. I think that would be a nice round number. 1800. God, I wish 18,000. Okay. The crypto doge. Oh, it's working. Oh, yes. So guys, if you sub, look what you get. Wait, why did it do that for me? What is it? What is this? Why did it just give me the meme? That didn't show up for you guys. It just says crypto doge. That's super annoying. I'm not annoyed at all by that. I can't use my own emote. All right, joke's over. Very interesting. Yeah, glad you like it. Okay. Do you think that's an organic bull movement and new money, or people taking Bitcoin profits and putting alts? I think it's both. Because I've experienced both. You can watch the Bitcoin pairs and they'll actually flip. Or there'll be like a new bullish uptrend. So that means people are selling their Bitcoin for Litecoin, or, you know, for example. But also, I've had friends that'll call me and they're like, well, I believe it's a bull run, but I can't afford a Bitcoin. XRP's 30 cents. Hell yeah, I'm going to buy a bunch of those. And I'm like, no, dude. I'm shaking him by the collar. Like, don't do that. Yeah, blast the chat. That came out so good, didn't it? I had to do some work on that to actually get it to work. Like, I had to turn it into a transparent image and remove the background and make it a square. I had to do all kinds of shit. Turned out really good. I'm really happy. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so Ethereum. What is Ethereum looking like? Well, like we've been monitoring for about 3 months now, Ethereum is continuing its Wyckoff accumulation, its breakout. And just the cliff notes here are the last times that we have seen a macro, and again, this is 2 years, so this is macro as it gets, accumulation breakout, where you have a massive sell-off, a shakeout, a spring, whatever you want to call it, terminal candle, and then you have a return to the trade range and a break above the trade range and consolidation. Every time we've had that happen, it was a 100x return or around there. So that doesn't mean it will continue to be, because there are top signals and sell signals that we'll look for in literally every stream, you know, as we get closer to that period. But if it is a 100x from the lows, that would be $10,000 Ethereum. Crazy. But them's the rules. I didn't make them. I'm just reading the charts for you guys. I don't care if Ethereum goes to 0. I will not cry. Now what I'm doing, you can see kind of with my trend lines here, is on high time frames, say like 12 hour. What I'm watching for is, it looks like we've broken out of our sign of strength, which is this consolidation. But typically these last a long time. They last like months. And this particular one only went from July to November. I guess it's only 4 months, but the last one I saw was 8 months. So I don't know. What I'm trying to say is, if we had some kind of reversal, like say Bitcoin started selling off and did go back to its 12.5 and pull back 30% or whatever, which is still within reason. if that occurred, then it would make sense that Ethereum would also pull back. And so maybe what we get is kind of this larger time frame consolidation into middle of next year, which wouldn't surprise me on as much as I want things to be ultra bullish and just go to the moon. Not always how it goes. And I'm just a realist, and that's just how it is. That makes sense. Thanks for the insight. You bet, Mo. So we will continue to monitor. We have fresh new highs. We made new highs about a couple days ago, where our prior highs, at least on Coinbase, was 489 and we went to 495, but we've not broken down. Same goes for Bitcoin. As scary as this kind of like low time frame stuff is, we've not broken down. Same goes for Link. We've had some new highs recently. It's not broken down. And same goes for Litecoin. We've had new highs and it's not broken down. So we are watching. I think Bitcoin will be the shot caller. And until we have a big, nasty sell-off, we're going to continue to grind up to new highs day after day. But mark my words, as soon as we do hit our whatever our eventual target is, whether it's 20,000 or 21 or whatever the magic number is, we're going to nuke. And you're going to shit your pants. And that's crypto. You got to go into it knowing. Don't let it keep you up at night. Just put the charts away, get some sleep, hang out with the family. If you're single, go date, all that kind of stuff. What's your take on anonymous coins like Monero and Zcash? All right, I'm going to cover this real quick, and then we'll go back to Marbles specifically here for that. But I suspect you'll appreciate it. So poll tax, just like Ethereum USD on the macro view, we've been charting this particular pattern is actually called Wyckoff accumulation. It's a real thing. It's like you can take a cookie cutter mold, form it, and then put it onto any chart, and it will roughly fit. It's intentional. It's by design, and it lasts like years. Now let's look at XMR. XMR has something going on that I also believe is a cookie cutter mold and is intentional. Here, let me actually leave that because it's pretty cool. We have what I believe to be redistribution. Now this is XMR on the Bitcoin pair. You asked me about XMR, and so I wanted to cover this specifically. What redistribution is it's where the whales force the price to come to a stop. Like, because there was a downtrend, and like if they didn't step in, it would just keep going like this. But they stepped in, they're stopping it. They're buying in heavily here, refusing to let it drop, pushing it up and out of a trade range, right? Because we have this like kind of meme trade range that's formed. Push it up and out with fervor, and then they're the ones selling off. So literally they bought in here, they're selling in here. Or if they had bags from back in here, they're exiting. Okay, and so what happens with redistribution? Distribution is what takes place at the top. According to Wyckoff, redistribution means this is a pit stop. This is like when you stop to take a pee on a long car trip, and then you get back in the car and you keep going on your car trip. So this would insinuate that we're headed to new low. Now, a couple things have to happen before that occurs. Oops. And we're going to monitor this because I might likely enter an actual short, like a margin position. What we want to see is a break to new lows, or a break below the trade range, right? You see how the trade range is defined by all these touches. So we would anticipate a break below it, and then likely a retest, and then come down. So I would look to enter some position if I was decided to do this, right on this retouch. That would be the way I play it. TRX has done literally the same thing. So it's a little further along, in my opinion. But I expect the exact same thing from XMR on the Bitcoin pair. Again, these are all on the Bitcoin pair. So what I suspect to happen is we just had XMR had this. Now it's returned to the trade range, and it's about like in here, you know, if we were to lay these two on top of each other. But I suspect it'll keep grinding down and then make completely... Whew. I think XMR is crashing because countries are starting to ban privacy coins, but that's a fundamental thing. Supposedly researchers were able to crack XMR. I don't know. I trade a lot of charts only, and then the news tends to be secondary. I firmly believe that charts are more important than news, and that if something happens, people are like, oh, well, this story is why it happens. Like, for example, if you knew what redistribution was and you saw this and then you saw it return, you'd be like, oh, this was somebody pushing this up so that they could exit a position. Like, it's all like the saying, it's all business. It's only business. But meanwhile, at the time, it was like, XMR has changed the world because they're helping Snowden beat, you know, the tyrants of the Western world, whatever. You know, there's always some kind of headline to go with it, but it doesn't mean that that's actually what's truly going on. So I think it's more important to know what the charts are saying than what the headlines are saying. That's just my. Okay, whew. We're gonna do some marbles. Damn marbles. Let's do it. My voice needs a break. All right, let me put it back on Bitcoin. You guys can see that. Top corner, yeah, okay. There. EG proxy, nice on the last win. Jeez. All right, chat, exclamation point play. Oh, this looks like a cool one. Oh, these will get everybody. Let me go ahead and say GG to one of y'all. I like how I can see which way you guys voted. It's kind of funny. Like before, when you guys type, there's a little crystal ball 1 or crystal ball 2, and I think that's kind of cool. I like that, just as a Twitch feature. All right, exclamation point play. We'll go here in the next 10-15 seconds. I'm gonna run to the restroom again real quick. Once we hit play. Yeah, this is pretty dope, huh, Mobius? I like this one. All right, good luck, boys and girls. Damn, somebody beat this in 30 seconds? What? 33 seconds is the world record. Who's gonna beat that? As we're 5 seconds in already? What the hell? How? I swear people are just hacking the game and they're like clicking a button and they... Like, we're 15 seconds in, you hadn't even gotten out of the damn initial thing. Kind of stupid. All right, Karis with the lead so far. All right, I'm going to position the camera over here. Okay, BRB chat, BRB. Ugh. All right, Emmett. All right, Emmett. Exclamation point slow. Tex, you have to be tier 3 subbed for that. Sorry. I apologize. That's my inner Atani coming out. Tex, you somehow memed your way down there. Wow. It actually did work. Ah, it worked. Damn, this the skin on this map though, I really like it. Really nice wood. Ooh, there's still plenty more to go though, guys. A lot of hacks in the chat. There you go. Whoa, tags. What? I mean, it's no 33-second win, but you know. Damn it, guys. You had to let Tex win this one. I mean, seriously. Bastard. EG Proxy, what you doing up there, bro? Gotta head out. Thanks for the info. You're a fountain of knowledge. Thanks, man. You bet, Poltax. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good night, buddy. Oh, man. Another record. Get out of here. Chat. You guys gotta let Tex get that big ass head. Oh, EG, you just got 8 by the wall. Wall of death. All right, chat. We are out of... Oh, no. I have one more chart to look at. So let's do one more marbles game. Oh, look at those yeet hammers. Yes, sir. Exclamation point play. We're gonna check out these yeet hammers. And then I only have one more chart that's been requested to look at. And then maybe we call the stream there. We've had a good stream. A lot of conversation. A lot of good content. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourself. You all being here, interacting, all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's why I do it. That's why I'm here. I'm already in position. I'm not here like just for my health, so but I do enjoy it. I enjoy the interactions. I'm glad you guys are here. Seems like, you know, based on the comments that you guys are enjoying the information. Hopefully you can make some money, even though it's not trading advice. My lawyer tells me I have to say that. All right, we're gonna hit it up in 10 seconds. Join if you want to play. My retainer says I got you already. Yeah, that's true. That is true, though. Here we go. Here we go. Crypto Jack in first, as it should be. Oh, turn the names off. Sorry. Doggo. Who's a good girl? Just don't let Tex win, please, for the love of... I'm going to ban every one of you. Oh, I have the record, too. Yeah, so... everyone gets a ban if Tex wins. You're all gone. Tex wins. Sorry. Them's the rules. But I'll gift a sub if somebody knocks Tex off. I'm just saying. I'll do it myself. Stuck in molasses mode? Where are you? You're like way in the back, yeah. Tex, if you could keep getting stuck back there, that'd be great. Yep. The yeet hammers. Damn, all three of you guys, nothing happened. Did they not touch the bottom or something? Maybe they're just for show. I got hit. What the hell? Oh, doggo, you're gone. GG's. Oh, Y2K boy, what? You got yeeted and it knocked. You got caught on the. Oh my God, Tex. No. 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 What the hell, chat? What the hell is this? No, hit every one of these goddamn little. That hurts me on like a spiritual level. You even beat my record by 21 seconds. Like, it's not even like you barely scraped in. Oops, I switched to charts. All right, last chart for the night. CVC. I don't even want to talk about what just happened. Stupid. Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god. Bro, come on. How are you gonna give me a chart like this? Is there more history somewhere else? Maybe Binance? Binance. Yeah, okay, there's some history. Honestly, since this is on the Bitcoin pair, you know what I'm going to say? Actually, this is a big deal. It broke to new lows and then broke above the trade range and it's consolidating. Okay, so this is my own 2 cents here. Text, shut up. With all your chat, all your bullshit. Hate you so much. Ruined my night. I'm going to go sell all my crypto. Quit streaming forever. If this returns to the prior trade range, so if it breaks below, which is only, I don't know, 10-15% only. I mean, hell, it's down 50 to 60% already. But if it returns in here, I would expect this to play out as just like a lot of the other Bitcoin pairs are showing, where it was redistribution and then it continues down to new lows. That'd be what I'd expect. Who knows? I don't know. But that would be something to watch for. That would be an edge. That would be a trade. And basically watch like the edge to edge. That would be a big deal. But this kind of pump, if it continues to hold above it and like properly consolidate, I mean like over weeks, then I would look for an entry. Right now, I don't know. Maybe this is a good time to enter because you're down near this prior trade range and maybe it like kind of continues on. But a pump like that, it signals to me that the whales are not in control, like real whales, like the guys who make a massive uptrend. Like you'll notice on all these charts where there's like huge uptrends, they don't necessarily just like explode out the gates and then like continue. Sometimes they do, but not all the time. But the ones that have huge retraces and they nuke, they do stuff like that. Like Link's a good example. We'll have a breakout, retrace, breakout, retrace, boop, 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 boop. Like there's people in charge that They're not allowing it in a single candle. They refuse to allow it to blow up too much. Because like when things go up too high too fast, like when price goes like this and then returns back, all these guys in these positions look to sell. They're stuck in their margin position or whatever. Make my point here. So let's say they're like stuck at these levels. Well, as price returns, then they got to like jack with that level, and then they go up, and then they got to jack with that level, and then they go. So instead, if you can like control it and do something more like that, that is sustainable, and that's how you see real like 10 to 100x runs. Stuff like a 1-day candle. What is this? This is crazy. So in 3 days, it went 300%. There's no. People are out of control. Whales are out of control. Unless it's some big like flex, like they're flexing their nuts to show that they can hold the price up above the prior trade range. Kind of like, I'm kind of going back and forth here, but on purpose. Kind of like how Ethereum went up to almost 500 bucks, came back to 300, but held. Like that's a big deal. The fact that it went from 80 to 500 and then held at 300. That's a big deal. We would want to see, but it didn't do it in 2 days or 3 days, right? This is since March. Whereas CVC on the Bitcoin pair is literally over 3 days. It went 300 and something percent now. So I would steer clear of this. I don't see any edge. The time to buy for me would have been, you see how there's like a trade range that formed using those lows and those lows? Well, if you had seen it break below and then return to it, like somewhere in here would have been a good buy signal, and then exit wherever you feel comfortable. But the fact that it's already kind of blown its load, I don't think you're going to get another run. That's my two on the Bitcoin pair. Maybe on the dollar, it's great. All right, Mobius, I'm hoping it pumps again, but who knows? District Ox seems to correlate closely with CVC. What is that one? It's not District OX. I'm blanking on it. Has another name. D&T, thank you. Yeah, same deal. I have the same opinion of this. In my opinion, this looks like somebody buying in here and then selling to fools here. This is not like a sustainable trend, just like how that wasn't. So you might get lucky. There may be like kind of a secondary pump or whatever, but that doesn't. I want to be the guy who bought like, not like. Whoa. I want to be the guy that saw that a trade floor had formed and it broke below, but it didn't dump. It started to dump, but it retraced. So like I would be looking to buy somewhere in there, anticipating some craziness. I probably would have sold in there. Just being 100% honest. Like I would have been a buyer here and a seller here, and I wouldn't have looked at it anymore. So I would have guaranteed I would have missed this kind of play. I would not have played that unless I saw some kind of like crazy news event like NASA is something. But yeah, as a shitcoin, I don't, those kind of things, it's going to retrace like 90% of the time. Unless it's got some great reason. I don't know. But again, if this is this one of the DeFi coins? Because if it is, we'll have Ledger Status talk about that when he comes on. I don't know a thing about it. I couldn't tell you what's good or what's bad or why or any of that kind of stuff. So get that shit off here. Get them out. All right, guys, let's do a couple more games of marbles, and then I'm going to call it there. In the stream. Rando, Tex, I'm still hurt by you. The Coinbase pump. I haven't seen those in a while. Bitcoin cures cancer. Absolutely true. Yes, this is true. Yes. Oh, hold on. Let me put it back on Bitcoin. Okay, so you guys can tell. All right, exclamation point play. Then we will rock and roll. I like this map. This is one of my favorites, actually. There's a lot that happens. Like, as the marbles pass certain points, like, they'll go over the top right here, and it'll knock that boulder straight down and obstruct the path of maybe people who jumped way ahead. So it's people are jockeying for position the whole way down, and I really like the maps that happen. I think that's pretty cool. All right, we got 7 in, exclamation point play. If you want to roll your marble down, even you lurkers, see you. I could see you. I'm in your attic watching you. Synced. All right, I think that's it for joining. Go. Rock and roll. I'm ending the stream if Tex wins. I just, look, I almost did it before, but I owed it to, who was it, Mobius, to talk about CVC. I will rage quit. I will rage uninstall streaming software and marbles. Tex? Oh, damn it. I thought you fell off the side. I was like so joyous for just a minute. Still in it. All right, Mobius, get him, boy. Let's go. Let's go. Job, buddy. Good job. Why am I at a dead stop? Come on. Go. Damn, Mercedes is way back there, and she was the leader last time. I appreciate the analysis. I was trying to make sense of that pump as well. You bet, buddy. And understand, really, the guys who win those pumps, because I have friends who do this, so I'm speaking from... finally out front. I'm speaking from, like, real-world experience here. The guys who win those are guys who have bots. And they sense the momentum, and they monitor the order books, and they see the size of the orders going into it. And they basically, it's like a miniaturized AI being like, oh, this is about to pump. Oh, look at that. Look at that. See how somebody went up there and it dropped the rocks? Mobius somehow memed through it, but everyone else is just going to be at a dead stop for a while. While Mobius keeps on trucking. Good job, dude. Wow, and you skipped all those too. Holy. Dude, you are kicking ass. I think the middle one's a good one to do. I hate to say it, but a lot of my winning trades were Coinbase pumps. I'm looking for a better mobile platform. Yeah, I hear you. Binance is pretty good. Their mobile stuff. I haven't really messed with a whole lot of others. I think Kraken may be getting better. There's others, I'm sure. I'm just not even thinking. EG proxy or... Oh, look at Mobius got stuck. Now's where everyone catches up. Yeah, here comes Weag. Or a Discord group where everyone's like, pump. Yeah, the pump and dump groups. I've been in those before. Yeah. Oh, there's Wee. Wee's actually in the lead. Because these things will just disappear all at once. Is TradingView for mobile worth it? Yeah, I mean, I like it. They are integrated with some exchanges too, so you may just get lucky. Oh my... Oh no, I hit you! I was coming in hot and I ran into your big ass. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Someone got hit. It's Mobius. Nice job, dude. Good win. A commanding lead. All right. But yeah, if you do the free trading view and stuff like that, absolutely. I like their stuff. All right, so my throat is killing me, so I'm going to end it on this one. As soon as this is over. So guys, I appreciate you all coming out tonight. I know there's not been a whole lot between last stream and tonight. Because for 2 days, we've kind of been stuck at roughly this price level, so... I mean, we did see last stream, we saw it go to that all-time high. That was awesome. And then it's the pullback. That was about $1,000 sell-off. So we've had some excitement. But hopefully next time we stream, we'll be hitting the all-time high. So I'll be on Sunday. That'll be my next time I'll be here. I would be remiss if I didn't say check our Discord. Check our, join it. I'm setting it up. It'll be better. In fact, I need to link that. Hang on. We'll do it next time. I'll set it up next time. I got to get the link all set up and all that. Appreciate all the subs, all the follows, all you guys. The coin collector who donated the 100 bips. That was fun. But yeah. Anyway, good stream, guys. Appreciate you, and I will catch you on Sunday. Y'all have a good one. Take care.